Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 1 of our story. If you like this what if story and want to see part 2, let me know in the comments below. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, check the description for more great content and my playlist. This story was posted by antoniawritess on Wattpad. Now, let's start. Izuku's POV 14. Not all people are equal. That's the reality I learned at the age of 4. My friend Kaken got his quirk. It was an amazing quirk. It was explosion. You have an amazing quirk, Kaken. I can't wait to take my quirk, too. 3. No matter what quirk you get, you will never beat me. 2. I still remember this phrase until today. And I still remember what the doctor said the day I was about to get my quirk. I was hyped and excited. Mommy, I will have a quirk. Is my baby ready to start his path he wants? Yes, I will become a hero. Like All Might, we went to the hospital. I was expecting to hear what was my quirk, but all I took is this. You should give up being a hero, kid. You're quirkless. 17. The shock I had that moment is unforgettable. Or at least that's what I thought. That day was just the beginning. We returned at home and I was watching the All Might's debut over and over again. Mommy, can I become a hero, too? I asked her with tears. But all she said was, I'm sorry, Izuku. I'm sorry. She was tearing. 6. That was the second blow. But what followed was a living hell for 10 years. I was bullied by many just because I was quirkless. But the worst was that the main bully is my childhood friend Kaken. The bullying was so bad sometimes that I had to return at home with bruises or burns. But my life changed one day like the others. I was in middle school. I think it would be better if I don't tell you what happened. It's better to see it by yourselves. Nobody's POV teacher. I guess all of you want to go to a hero school, right? Bakugo, teacher, don't put me in the same category as these extras. The students started to flame Bakugo. Teacher, you applied for UA, right? Then the students started to talk about how hard it is to enter UA. Bakugo, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna become the #1 hero and surpass even All Might himself. Teacher, oh, Midoriya has applied for UA, too. 5. Then Bakugo looked at Midoriya angry. Bakugo, hey, what's that joke, Deku? What makes you think you can stand in the same ring with me, you nerd? Izuku, I just want to become a hero. 15. The class ended and before Izuku leaves, Bakugo came with his gang. Bakugo, hey nerd, don't try anything funny like taking the exams for UA. I will be the only one who will pass to UA from this school, got it? 6. Izuku, but I want to become a hero. Bakugo, you want to become a hero that badly. Here's my advice. Take a swan dive off the roof and hope you will get a quirk in your next life. He left with his gang. Izuku, that's suicide, you moron. 12. He was heading at his home but a sludge villain attacked him. But before anything else happens, All Might arrives and saves him. Then Izuku decided to ask All Might. Izuku, can I become a hero even if I'm quirkless? All Might was silent. All Might, I can't simply say you can become a hero. There are villains that even heroes with strong quirks can't defeat. If you want to help people you can become a policeman. You will not get the credit heroes get, but that's something too. 19. He said as he left. Izuku started his way to his home disappointed. He knew it from the start, but he was hoping that at least his idol would tell him that he can become a hero. He lost in thoughts. Then he heard someone shouting at him. Watch out, kid. Then a car hit him. 77. An ambulance arrived 5 minutes later and they took him to the hospital. 2 days later, 3. Bakugo's house. Bakugo was relaxing in his room until his mother called him. Katsuki, we're going to the hospital today. She told him. Hey, why should I come with you? And why to a hospital? Who are you going to visit? He asked. First, we are going together and second, Inko's son, Izuku, got into an accident. He woke up yesterday and Inko called me to go there. Since you are friends with Izuku you're coming, too, she answered. Fine. He hadn't told her that he was bullying Izuku. 8. They left and they arrived at the hospital. They found Inko. She was in tears. How is he? 𝗵𝗃𝗀's mother asked. He is awake and he is fine, but… 𝐒𝐭 stopped as she was crying. Then a doctor came to them. Are you here to visit Izuku Midoriya? He asked. Yes. What happened? 𝗵𝗃𝗀's mother asked. Then the doctor answered he is fine at this moment physically, but the hit from the car hit his head and that resulted in him having amnesia. He only remembers his name, his mother, and someone he calls Kaken. 2. I want to have some time with him. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 told the doctor. Fine, the doctor allowed him. He entered the room. And he saw Izuku with bandages around his forehead. Izuku turned around and he saw 𝗵𝗃𝗀. Hey, Kaken. Nobody's 𝗵𝗃1, so, you still remember me? 𝗵𝗃𝗀 said. One, only your name and that we were friends as kids. Nothing more. Izuku answered. There was a silence between them and 𝗵𝗃𝗀 decided to talk. He was worried that Izuku may try to suicide like he told him to do. He had regretted it. So, how you got your amnesia? He asked. They told me a car hit me. They told me I was lucky that the only thing that happened was the amnesia. He answered. One, I see. What else you remember? He asked again. I remember my mother, I remember you and that I want to become a hero. But I don't remember my quirk. He answered. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 didn't know what to tell him, but he had to tell him a lie. The doctor told you that you were lucky that except the amnesia you were fine. That because your quirk is endurance. You can endure attacks, burns, and many things that can harm your body. He decided to tell him something near to the truth. 63 But most of the world considers you quirkless because they can't see it on usage, he continued. I see. It seems a cool quirk. He smiled. Then the doctor entered the room. Okay, young man, I think you should let him rest. Don't worry, he will be released in tomorrow. We just keep him here just in case. He said. Then when he got out he told 𝗏𝗏 about the lie he told to Izuku about his quirk. 𝗏𝗏 thought that he would suffer if he would hear that he is quirkless and she agreed with 𝗵𝗃𝗀. The next day Izuku was released from the hospital. The day after that day Izuku got ready to go to school. Mom, I don't remember where my school is. He said. Don't worry, Katsuki will come to take you, 𝗏𝗏 said. As 𝗵𝗃𝗀 was on his way he was thinking, how the F did I got in this mess? I have to be the babysitter of the shitty Deku. Well, I couldn't live him like this either. But really what the actual F? He arrived at Izuku's house and they went to school. For many were surprised to see 𝗵𝗃𝗀 and Izuku together without 𝗵𝗃𝗀 bullying him. As the time was passing by at school 𝗵𝗃𝗀 got her idea. That's it. If I'm gonna become Deku's babysitter I will make him like me. He thought. 17 As the next 10 months passed there was 1 week before UA exams. What happened during these months? 𝗵𝗃𝗀 was training Izuku in a workout training and the two became brawlers. Izuku became a good example on how to change from the victim to the bully. He became something like a quiet 𝗵𝗃𝗀. He could be dangerous if someone messed up with him but he didn't want to cause trouble if there's no reason. 27 The two were returning from a fight 𝗵𝗃𝗀 had with some students from another school. These guys were small fries. They were no match for you. Izuku told to 𝗵𝗃𝗀. Yeah, at least it was a good practice for the UA exams, he said. Oh, you applied for UA, too? He asked. Oh yes, I forgot you don't remember. He answered. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 arrived at his home. Izuku continued his road to his house. Then he saw All Might in the street. He just had captured a villain. Whoa, All Might. It's the first time I see you in person. Can you give me an autograph? He asked. All Might answered as he laughed as usual, of course young man. Oh wait, I remember you. It's not the first time I see you, kid. Izuku was confused. You remember me? All Might then answered, of course, you even asked me if you could become a hero even if you were quirkless. 3 Izuku heard the word quirkless and he stopped. Then something happened. He remembered everything. That he was quirkless, that he was bullied by his current best friend, his encounter with All Might, everything. 10 Then Izuku returned to reality as he heard All Might calling him. Young man, are you okay? Ah, yes. I was just space thinking, my bad. I remembered our encounter. That's silly of me. He answered. As he left he returned to his house. 𝐭𝐸𝐽, oh, hey Izuku. How was your day? Izuku sat at the table of the kitchen with a serious look. 𝐭𝐸𝐽, what the matter? Izuku, we need to talk. Now. 𝗵𝗃 was worried as she looked at her son's serious face. What's the matter, she asked. The Izuku talked. Why didn't you tell me that I was quirkless? 𝗏𝗏 looked him with a surprised look. You remembered everything, she asked. Yeah, he answered. 𝗏𝗏 was happy. She hugged Izuku. Then she let him and she talked. If you want answers, why don't you ask Katsuki tomorrow? Izuku looked at her. You're right. I'm going to rest. The whole thing was tiring. He relaxed at his room. The Izuku was lost in his thoughts. Plus, first you bully me and then you pretend to be my best friend. What game are you playing, Kaken? 20 Nobody's PV. It's been 6 days since Izuku remembered everything. One day until UA exams. Izuku was avoiding Bakugo in the last 6 days. He was sessed off. As Izuku was returning to his house, Bakugo called him. What's the deal, Deku? Why are you avoiding me? Izuku turned around sessed off and he punched him so hard that Bakugo fell. 10. It must feels nice to bully me and then pretend to be my friend. It must feels nice to lie to me about the quirk I don't have. He told him. 1. Bakugo then looked at Izuku quite shocked at what he said, but then he realized what happened. So, you remembered. It was about time. He said. To do what? Start bullying me again. No, that won't happen. Actually, I have to thank you. My amnesia made my personality change a bit. You changed it. If you try anything funny, I'll beat you. He threatened. Tuya, like you could. You're weak and you won't even pass at UA. Why? Because you're quirkless. Bakugo said. 9. Yeah, I'm quirkless. So what? You think I can't do anything? Sorry, but I plan to show you that I will pass at UA. He said as he left. 26. Oh, and something else. Don't try to talk to me again, you hypocrite. He told to Bakugo. Bakugo felt regret, but it couldn't be helped. He messed up and he knew it, and that's the cost he pays. The next day Izuku arrived to UA for his exams. It's finally the day. The day I'm going to UA. I will become the first quirkless hero. Time to take my first step. He thought. As he started to walk he tripped on himself, but he never hit the ground. 9. What the dash, he shouted. Then a girl with a brown hair appeared. It's my quirk. I'm sorry for using it without telling you, but it would be bad luck if you fell. My name's Ochako Uraraka. What's your name? She said. 10. I'm Izuku Midoriya, he answered monotoned. Then the school alarm rang. Oh, we have to go. Good luck at the exams. Uraraka said as she left. The Bakugo passed from Izuku. They didn't say anything. They just looked at each other for 1 second and they left. 𝗧𝗏, did I had to see his face. Damn it, he sees me off. Thing hypocrite. Izuku thought angry. 25. He then went to the class where the written exams would take place. Ectoplasm was the teacher to keep on watch. Ectoplasm, you have 50 minutes in your time. Your time starts now. At the first 10 minutes Izuku had finished and gave the paper on ectoplasm. Ectoplasm asked, you're done already? If you're doubting me you can check it, Izuku said as he left. 5. Now he had to wait until the practical exam. He had 2 hours. He waited in the lobby where Present MIC was gonna give the guide about the practical exam. After a boring 2-hour waiting, Present MIC arrived and he informed them about the rules. He showed them how many points each combat robot gives. Then a dark blue-haired boy with glasses raised his hand. What is it, young listener? MIC asked. I see that there are 4 types of robots here. You told us only about 3. If it is an error it is unbecoming for UA, Japan's top academy. Then he turned around and pointed at Izuku, and you with the curly hair, I saw your attitude at the written exams. If you think of it as a game, then leave. He said. 4. Yeah, shut up already. MIC isn't done with the explanation. He talked back. 40. Calm down listeners. And yes, there is a 4th type of a robot. It's called the 0-pointer. It would be better if you tried to avoid it. Present MIC said. It's obviously a test to see that if we would act even at these situations. They want to see if we would act like heroes, since we don't gain anything from a 0-pointer. I bet most of the students here will not understand it. He thought. 3. They went to the entrance of the place where the practical exam was. In Izuku's case it was ground gamma. The gates opened and they started. Izuku managed to defeat some robots with his bare hands. It wasn't a problem for him since he was hitting some trees during his training. He'd break anything if he tried. He had gathered around to 20 points. 13. Then an explosion happened and a 0-pointer appeared. What the F? They told us to avoid it, but that thing is huge. Izuku thought. Everyone but Izuku run away from the 0-pointer. Izuku thought the same until he heard the voice of Uraraka. Her leg got stuck and she could leave. Geez. Izuku ran through her and he broke the rock that was on Uraraka's leg. Thanks, I owe you one, she said. The 0-pointer then appeared. Hey, I need a favor, Izuku said to Uraraka. Here. What? She asked. I want you to use your quirk on me. If I reach that thing's head I can defeat it, he claimed. Sure, but how? She asked again. I'm gonna punch it until it breaks, he answered. 38. Okay, she made Izuku float and he reached the robot's head. Uraraka released him so he can land to the robot. 8. He punched 5 times and the robot's head broke. The robot started to fall along with Izuku. 19. Now what? He said. 3. Then Uraraka came with her quirk and made him float again. They landed safely to the ground. Time UP present MIC shouted. Uraraka tried to thank Izuku but he had already left. Okay, that's the end of the origins. From the next chapter we are entering year 2 weeks after the exams. A letter from UA came to Izuku's house. He opened it. A hologram of All Might appeared. Congratulations, young Midoriya. You have passed the UA written exams with a perfect 100/100 score. As for the practical, you scored 24 points. But it's not ending there. The fight with the 0-pointer counted as a rescue. You rescued the young girl. And you even defeated the robot as quirkless. So, you have 24 villain points and 70 rescue points. You are second in the exam ranking for this year. This is your Hero Academia. Oh. And something else. Prepare to pack your things. This is the first year UA will use dorms. In 3 days the lessons begin. 21. I was right. They counted the rescue points, too. He thought as he smiled. 3 days later he arrived at UA. A teacher was waiting in the entrance. It was ectoplasm. Good morning, young student. Since you are a first year and I don't remember your name, I want you to write it here. Leave your briefcase here. I will take them to your dorm room, he said. 1. Thank you, he replied. After he gave his stuff to ectoplasm, he found his class. He opened the door and he saw Bakugo arguing with the glasses boy who scolded him during the UA exams. Then Bakugo looked at Izuku. What the hell are you doing here, Deku? He asked. What else? I passed. I'm officially in the hero course. Oh, and I finished second in ranking, he said with pride. Hey, too bad I got first. Useless piece of 𝐴𝐶, he talked back. It seems you're looking for a fight. He prepared his fists just in case. Hey, you two, calm down, the glasses boy said. Then a familiar voice to Izuku got heard. Hey, it's you. Izuku turned around and he saw Uraraka. Oh, she is here too, he thought. I wanted to thank you for saving me. You were amazing, she told him. Well, you're welcome, I guess. He paused a little as he was looking at her. My name is Tenya Ida. The glasses boy gave his hand to Izuku. Izuku Midoriya. He gave back the handshake. I am amazed on how you figured out the exam system. I thought you were just messing around, Ida said. Of course I noticed the system. Even a fool could figure it out if he wants to be a hero, Izuku said. Most of his classmates didn't took it well because they didn't notice. So, you're saying that you're looking down on us? I think second place at ranking made you cocky, a boy with white and red hair said. 12. I don't want to hear that from someone who got in UA by recommendations. You didn't even took the exams. Izuku said. 16 Then Uraraka said, what is this yellow thing? 11 Everyone looked and they saw a man in a sleeping bag. It took you 8 seconds to calm down. We need to fix that. The man got out of the sleeping bag. 1 I'm Shota Aizawa and I'm your homeroom teacher. Now change into your gym clothes and head out to the grounds. He said. They went to the grounds. We are gonna have a quirk test. Aizawa said. 8 On the first day. What about the entrance ceremony? A student asked. 2 No time to waste on that stuff if you want to be heroes. You will do the classic middle school no quirk tests. But this time you are free to use your quirks. I will give you an example. Bakugo, what was your score in softball? He asked Bakugo. 67 meters. He answered. 1 Great. Now try it with your quirk. He told him. Bakugo threw the ball scoring at 705 meters. Some students got excited and shouted about how awesome it seemed. Awesome, here. Okay then. The last place will be considered to have 0 potential and he will be expelled. Aizawa said with a villainous tone. Some students complained that it was unfair but it couldn't be helped. The test started with the first test being a 50-meter dash. The faster was Ida with 4 seconds. Many other students did imprecise scores. Izuku was with Bakugo. Bakugo finished in 4 seconds. Izuku finished in 45 seconds. He was satisfied as long as he was quirkless. The second test was grip strength. The training Izuku had the last 10 months helped him with his strength. The main training was hits on trees. He scored 90 kilograms. The top scorer was Shoji with 540 kilograms. The third test was standing long jump. He didn't had the best results since he landed to the sandbox. The fourth test was sidestepping. He was second scorer in that test. The first was Mineta. 5 The final test was the ball throw. Uraraka scored infinity. Bakugo had already his score from the example attempt in the beginning. Everyone finished and it was Izuku's turn. As he went to the circle many students were angry about how cocky he was. Some were angry because he didn't even use his quirk. But except of Bakugo none of the students knew he was quirkless. 1 He threw the ball and he scored 189 meters. After the score many students started to mock him. 18 Aizawa then speaked, by the way, I lied about expelling someone. It was so you would go all out. Then he showed the scores. Midoriya was in 7th place. 1 7th place, here. Izuku said as he looked the scores. It seems you got what you deserved, your cockiness was your fall. Todoroki said. The rest of the students heard that comment and looked at the 2 students. 9 Who told you I'm not satisfied? It's a very good score for a quirkless guy like me. When Izuku said that all of the students, except of Bakugo, had a shocked expression in their faces. You're quirkless? Todoroki asked. Izuku then answered. 1 I'm quirkless. But I'm gonna become the #1 hero, even as quirkless. You're all just some stepping stones for me. Including the pathetic Kaken, you and the whole UA school. I'm gonna climb to the top and leave you all behind. 36 After the quirk test class 1A returned to the class to start their lessons. The lessons were almost over. One last lesson remained. Then All Might entered. I'm entering through the door like a normal person, All Might said. Most of the students were surprised. Then All Might continued, I'm here to announce you that I will be your practical training teacher. And today we will have a battle training. 3 They went to ground beta with their hero suits. Since Izuku was quirkless he didn't need anything special. He had a jacket, a t-shirt and athletic trousers, just like any normal person. The only extra thing he had were only 2 MMA gloves. 14 All Might set the pairings and who would fight with who. In Izuku's case it couldn't be better. It was Izuku and Uraraka against Bakugo and Ida. When they saw the matchup, Izuku and Bakugo looked at each other. Bakugo looked at Izuku angry and Izuku smirked. They both thought the same thing. Time to put you in your place, BSE. 3 The other students could feel the atmosphere. Even if they didn't like Izuku, they knew that something bad will happen if these two fight. 4 Every match was over and it was Izuku's turn. Bakugo and 𝗧𝗏 were the villains and Uraraka with Izuku were the heroes. As they were preparing, the others were to the observing room. Kaminari then speaked, "Am I the only one who thinks of this fight as the main event? The aura these two gave." One then Kirishima talked, "Who wants to bet?" They all agreed. Almost all betted on Bakugo and 𝗧𝗏. But there were 3 students who betted on Izuku. These 3 were Kirishima, Kaminari, and Tokoyami. 3. Why would you bet on the quirkless? Todoroki asked, curious. 13. Well, I just wanted to make the difference. Kaminari said, I think that he is manly to face Bakugo. I like his guts. Kirishima said, you heard what he said after the quirk test. He was serious about it. You could see the fire in his eyes. They were clearly saying you're next. I know he is quirkless, but I still can't ignore it and say that he is talking nonsense, Tokoyami explained. 2. The 2 teams prepared. Start. All Might said. So, what's the plan? Uraraka asked. We don't need a plan. Kaken will come straight to me. Use it as your advantage to find the bomb. I think you can beat 𝗧𝗏. Izuku explained. Are you sure you can handle him by yourself? She asked again. So you're looking down on me, here. Nothing unusual. But Kaken is mine. Don't interfere. He told her. 5. Then a furious Bakugo appeared. 1. Now it's your chance. Go. He shouted. Good luck, she said as she left. Now it's you and me, Kaken. Bring it. He took his fighting stance. Shitty-do, I will make you eat the words you said at the quirk test. He charged with a right hook. Izuku countered it and threw Bakugo down. The students were surprised. Is that all you got? I thought you would make me eat my words. He mocked Bakugo. For a quirkless you're so full of yourself, he said as he got up and he used the gauntlet from his hero suit. Young Bakugo, stop. You will kill him. All Might shouted. If he dodges, he will be fine. Bakugo said as he unleashed the attack from the gauntlet. Izuku tried to block it. You are an idiot. You really tried to block it. Bakugo mocked. But when the smokes disappeared, Izuku was still standing up with just some burns in his hands. For 10 years I have endured these burns and the bruises you were leaving me every single time. Did you really think that it would hurt? Izuku said as he looked at Bakugo with a grin. 9. Then Bakugo floated. Both Izuku and Bakugo were surprised. They saw Uraraka controlling Bakugo. She threw Bakugo to the wall and she knocked him out. Phew, I made it in time. Uraraka said. 8. I thought I told you to not interfere. He looked at Uraraka furious. You can scold me all you want after the exercise. For now please cooperate so we can win. She said. 1. He said as he punched the wall, almost breaking it. 2. They arrived at 𝗧𝗏. You really think you can beat me, heroes? I'm the ultimate villain. 𝗧𝗏 said using an evil fake laugh. Uraraka tried to hold her laughs and Izuku was like, what the F? 1. This is the perfect room to fight you. Uraraka can't use her quirk on anything and Midoriya can't touch me. He mocked. What's the plan now? Uraraka asked. Izuku then broke a part of the wall and he made them into pieces of rocks. Make the pieces float to my height and then float yourself to the bomb. He said with an angry face. She did as he said. Izuku kicked the pieces and they were sent flying to 𝗧𝗏. 𝗧𝗏 blocked them and when he tried to prevent Uraraka from touching the bomb, Izuku punched him. Uraraka touched the bomb. 1. Hero team wins. All Might shouted. Bakugo regained consciousness and he realized what happened. They all returned to the observation room to analyze the match. Both Izuku and Bakugo were angry due to Uraraka's interference. Now tell me, students, who was the MVP of the match? All Might asked. Verozu raised her hand and talked. It was clearly Uraraka. The main reason was that despite Midoriya's selfishness, she chose to return to secure the victory. Midoriya and Bakugo only cared about their fight and they didn't care about the exercise at all. As for 𝗧𝗏, the only bad thing he did was that he didn't try to plan something with Bakugo. 9. They were all surprised by that answer. 1. Well done, young Yorozu. Now that's the end of today's class. You can return to your dorms. All Might said. Bakugo and Izuku left both angry. Izuku went to punch some trees. He was more furious than Bakugo. Uraraka came to him. Hey, Midoriya, she called him. What do you want? He asked. I want to apologize. I know you are furious at me because I interfered in your fight, but when I heard the big explosion, I thought that you might got hurt. I was worried. I didn't want you to be harmed. She explained. One Izuku then answered, Yorozu was right. The only thing I cared about was to beat Bakugo. You only did what a hero would do. But you know, I'm tired. I'm tired to be looked down just because I'm quirkless. I want to prove myself. I got more furious because I thought you looked down on me. He said. 6. That's not true. I still remember your plan at UA exams. I found it amazing. She said. Izuku turned around to see her smile at him. I appreciate that, he said. Oh, and I wanted to ask something else. Why is Bakugo calling you Deku? She asked. Oh, he just used that nickname to bully me. He was calling me useless the whole time. He explained. Oh, I'm sorry. But you know, I find that nickname kinda cute. It reminds me the phrase you can do it. Izuku was surprised by what Uraraka said. He never looked at this nickname that way. 15. If you don't mind, can I call you Deku? Uraraka asked. 23. Izuku then smiled. Sure, it's been 1 week since the first battle training. 2. Izuku was the loner type of a student. Almost no one could endure his attitude. Only Uraraka and Ida would talk to him once in a while, but Izuku wouldn't help that much in any conversation. Today it was the day they were going to USJ for rescue training. As they were in the bus, Izuku tried to find the furthest seat from the students, but sadly he failed. He decided to read a book on the way to USJ. The students started to discuss about many things, but the main topic was about how useful was everyone's quirk and how cool heroes everyone would become. You want to talk about strong. That would be Todoroki and Bakugo, Kirishima said as they were discussing. But Bakugo's unhinged. He will not be popular. Asui said. What the F did you say, frogface? Bakugo yelled. See. Asui said, and the most of the class started to laugh. Kirishima then talked again. Even with that personality, he is strong. He is sure gonna be popular sooner or later. Maybe he can become the next Endeavor. Todoroki didn't look happy at the comment, and Izuku noticed that. Even if he becomes like Endeavor, he will have many women. Mineta said. Pervert. Izuku slipped his tongue. Well, unlike some guys here, you will be one who will not make it to the pro world. Mineta mocked. Izuku closed his book and looked at Mineta. You better know your place, shorty. Just an advice for you. Women don't like pervert heroes. 3. Some of the students, even if they didn't like Izuku's attitude, they had to agree. Heh, says the quirkless Deku. Bakugo said, but Izuku didn't lose any time to talk back. That quirkless Deku managed to throw you down with ease. And if there wasn't any interference I would win, and you know it. He said. Are you looking for a fight, useless Deku? Bakugo yelled. 3. Guys chill. Ida tried to lighten the atmosphere, but he kinda failed. 7. Then Yorozu speaked. The fact that Bakugo was arrogant and he underestimated you, doesn't mean you are superior to him. Even for you who is quirkless, you are too cocky. 7. But we can't deny that he has great situation sense and good fighting skills. Uraraka defended him as she remembered what Izuku has told her the first day at the tree Izuku was hitting. I'm tired to be looked down just because I'm quirkless. These are the words she can't forget. It's fine, Uraraka. Let the dogs bark. Tell me something, Yorozu. Do you really think Bakugo was underestimated me? Why not ask him? Izuku asked. 10. The students looked at Bakugo, but before he answers, Aizawa informed the students that they arrived. They approached the hero named 13. Then a dark purple portal opened. Oh, they have fake villains too. Kaminari said with excitement. Everyone stay back. Those are real villains. Aizawa warned them as he put his goggles. Then a light blue-haired man with a hand in his face appeared. We're helping. Izuku said. No. Stay here. Aizawa said as he charged to the villain army. To the students. Surprise, Aizawa was winning. Don't let the students escape, Kurogiri. Shigaraki said. 𝐎𝐻𝐽 appeared in front of the students. Bakugo charged and 𝐻𝐽 countered with an attack that forced some of the students to teleport into the USJ rescue zones. Izuku got teleported with Asui and Mineta in the water zone. They were in a ship and there were villains everywhere in the water. So we are surrounded, here. Izuku said as he noticed the movements of the villains. What are we gonna do? We're gonna die. Mineta was yelling. Are really here to become a hero? Asui wondered. It doesn't matter if I came to become a hero. We are still kids and these guys are real villains. Mineta yelled again. Izuku punched him. Hey, snap out of it. We need a plan. And what can we do? The only useful here is Asui with her frog quirk. My spheres can only stick but in water they are useless. And you are quirkless. Mineta said. Actually, it's not a bad condition for us. Izuku said grinning. Asui and Mineta were surprised. Asui, how many kilos can your tongue lift? Izuku asked. Well, I can say that it's enough to lift a human. Asui answered. Perfect. You shorty, time to make your quirk useful. Izuku said. What do you have on your mind? Mineta asked. I will jump to the water and bring the villains near me. While I do that, I want you to throw your spheres non-stop around me. When they get close they will probably stick with them. When that happens Asui will lift me with her tongue and he will carry you as we will leave the water zone. Izuku explained. But what happens if they get you? Mineta asked. If that happens I'm doomed. You're leaving me behind. Izuku said. You're crazy. You're looking for a suicide. Mineta shouted. Just trust me, shorty. Izuku said. Izuku jumped to the water. Mineta was throwing the spheres non-stop around Izuku. The villains gathered. They got sticked with Mineta's ball. For suckers. Izuku mocked as Asui lifted him with her tongue. The three escaped the villain zone. I'm amazed. It actually worked. Asui complimented. But you could have died there. That was reckless from you, Midoriya. Mineta said. 5 high risk, high reward. That's how life is, Izuku answered. Now let's go help Aizawa, he continued. They arrived at the central plaza and they saw a giant bird human and Shigaraki hold at Aizawa as he was beaten and badly injured. Izuku yelled. Oh, it seems some students escaped. Nomu, kill them. Nomu charged at the 3 students. Mineta threw his ball to Nomu but they didn't do anything. Then he threw them down. Nomu stepped on them but they didn't stick. For we are gonna die. My quirk is useless against him. Mineta yelled. SHT. We need to avoid him. Izuku said. But before they could do anything Nomu reached them. Luckily for them Todoroki, Bakugo and Kirishima arrived. Todoroki froze Nomu's feet causing to immobilize him for 3 to 4 seconds. Those seconds were enough for Izuku, Asui and Mineta to get away from him. We are 6-1. Maybe we have a chance. Asui said. I don't know. Something seems wrong with that thing. He is like a brainless All Might. For you are not far, kid. Nomu was created to surpass and kill All Might. Such a shame he isn't here. Well, you will take his place. Shigaraki threatened. Kaken, Kirishima. Go rescue Aizawa. We will buy some time with that thing. Izuku said. Why don't you go? You can't do anything against that thing anyway. Bakugo said. His quirk has something to do with his touch. Aizawa's elbow is kinda ripped. If I go I might get injured, too. But you can fight from some range. Izuku explained. It makes sense. That settles it. Kirishima said as he left. Bakugo was forced to follow him. Shigaraki left Aizawa since he knew he couldn't fight these two and headed to Nomu. Shitty hair, take him to 13. Bakugo said. What about you? Kirishima asked. I'm gonna kick their butts. Bakugo grinned. Shigaraki was near Nomu and 𝐻𝐽 appeared. Shigaraki, one of the kids escaped, he explained. What? SHT Nomu, kill the students and we leave. I don't want to face all of the pros from UA. Shigaraki said angry. 𝗵𝗲 charged and he attacked Todoroki and Mineta. Shigaraki attacked Asui at the same time. Izuku saw this and he was confused. He charged at Shigaraki and he punched him. 𝗵𝗲 changed his direction through Midoriya and Asui, but this time it was faster. Just 1 second before 𝗵𝗲 punches Asui, Izuku pushed her and he got hit instead. He got knocked down by the force the attack had. 𝗵𝗲 then went to Izuku. Izuku got up and punched it. Unfortunately 𝗵𝗲 didn't feel anything. He got punched again. This time he started bleeding from his head. As he was down he got punched more 3 times. The other students run through 𝗵𝗲 to save Izuku from death. One more strike and he was done. But just before he punches, a big explosion happened to the entrance. All Might and the pro heroes appeared. SHT 𝗵𝗲, we retreat. Shigaraki shouted as the villains left from the portal Kurogiri has opened. Izuku was unable to move due to the injuries 𝗵𝗲 costed him. So, this is how it feels to be near death, Izuku said as he fell unconscious. After some time he half opened his eyes and he saw Uraraka calling him. Deku. Deku. Is he okay? Then he closed his eyes again. After some time he reopened them and he heard a voice. Quickly, this boy is injured. Take him to recovery girl, hurry. He closed them again. After some time he woke up in the infirmary. He had an oxygen mask. I wouldn't recommend you to remove the mask. You will need it for 1 day at least. Recovery girl told him as she saw him awake. What happened? Did they arrest the villains? Is everyone safe? Izuku asked. Except from you and Aizawa, everyone else is fine. And sadly the villains got away. Recovery girl answered. What happened to Aizawa? Izuku asked again. He has injuries everywhere from the battle, but at least he is able to walk. From the other hand, you will stay here for 3 says at least. You had broken ribs, a broken hand and an injury to the head. You're lucky your brain didn't took any damage. Again recovery girl said. Izuku was surprised as he heard her say the word again. You know about my accident? Izuku asked. Of course. I was the one to heal you back then. Izuku then smiled. Then I have to thank you for healing me, it's my job, kid. But don't do something like that again. I heard you were reckless for not having a quirk. High risks bring high rewards, but if you fail it brings high consequences. Recovery girl warned. After a couple of minutes All Might entered. Can you leave us alone, recovery girl, he asked. 10 minutes, she said as she left the room. Young Midoriya, I heard what happened. They told me you come up with a reckless plan to escape from the water zone, and what happened with that thing at USJ. Some students told me you sacrificed yourself to save young Asui. He said. So, what brings you here today? Izuku asked. He was curious. You see, no matter the results you acted like a true hero there. Most of the heroes act for money and fame. But there are some that act because they want to save people who are in need for help. I can say that you are one who wants to save people. He continued. And what made you think that? Izuku asked again. You are quirkless. That's what makes you BLD Boyle. You want to prove yourself, but you want to save people. You are a hard worker and I can understand that, young Midoriya. He explained. No one can understand the quirkless if he isn't quirkless. Izuku said. That's why I'm here today. I can help you become stronger. Izuku was shocked when he heard that. And how exactly can you help me? Izuku asked. My quirk, one for all, is passed from generation to generation. It's the one from the 2 quirks that can pass a quirk to another person. I have 1 year or 2 yet until I find my successor. Since you are quirkless, I can help you stand in the ring stronger than before. All Might explained. Izuku was shocked. He never expected to had help offered by anyone. His whole life he never had any help from anyone, so he lost hope and he thought he would be alone forever. All Might, I appreciate your help, but I'm afraid I have to decline. All Might didn't expect that answer. Now you wonder why. You see, if I was about to get a quirk from outer nowhere, then all of my hard work as quirkless would be for nothing. For now I will stay quirkless. As you said before, I want to prove myself. I want to show the world that even quirkless people matter. 𝐒𝐬𝐿 explained. 3 All Might smiled with the answer and he got up to leave. I like your answer. You see, before I take this quirk, I was quirkless too. Oh, and keep my quirk a secret, okay? All Might said. 4 𝗧𝗍𝐿 nodded in agreement. All Might was ready to leave the room but 𝗧𝗍𝐿 called him. All Might. I made you this question before but I want to ask you again. Can I become a hero, even as quirkless? Can I become a hero, even as quirkless? All Might turned around and looked at 𝗧𝗍𝐿. He smiled. Yes. You can become a hero. 7 𝗧𝗍𝐿 smiled and he almost let a tear fall but he holded it because it didn't fit his current personality. 9 But you know that you need to work harder that you already do. All Might said. All Might. Will you become my mentor at those 3 years I will be at UA? You know that if I need to work harder I need a mentor. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said and All Might nodded in agreement. When you recover find me at my office. All Might said as he left. 3 days passed and 𝗧𝗍𝐿 has recovered. He didn't had any visitors. He arrived at the dorm and he noticed that everyone was missing. Still in class, here. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said as he went to his room. A few hours later he heard the students discussing. They were talking about the sports festival that would be held in 2 weeks. Pros will watch us in the festival. We will prove ourselves, 𝗓𝗓𝗄𝐵 said. I'll beat you all, 𝗂𝐵𝗂𝐿 said. Let's see you try, 𝗓𝗏𝗄𝐺 said with a smirk in his face. I can't wait 2 weeks. This is gonna be awesome. 𝗓𝗓𝗄𝐵 said. I'm excited. 𝐴𝐵𝐿 yelled. You so loud. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said as he arrived to the main lobby. Deku, you're awake, 𝐒𝐻𝐿𝐵𝐿 said as she hugged him tight. That still hurts. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. Oh, sorry. 𝗬𝗓𝗏 apologized. We're all glad to have you back, myheroacademia. Ida said as he touched his shoulder. That's new to me. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 mocked. I heard you something about a sports festival, he continued. Yeah, in 2 weeks UA will hold the sports festival. After this week they gave us a free week to prepare ourselves. Ida explained. Hey myheroacademia. Todoroki called. What is it, Todoroki? 𝗧𝗍𝐿 asked. I happened to hear what you asked, All Might. I happened to pass from there at that moment. I still don't believe you can become a hero without a quirk. He said. 6 I know. You are not the only one in this dorm who believes that. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. However, even if you are quirkless I won't hold back. I will win the sports festival. Consider this as a declaration of war. 𝗂𝗍𝐿, that goes for you too. 2 You better use your flames, half and half yesterday. 𝗂𝗍𝐿 said. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 then started to laugh. He stopped and talked. I will really enjoy this. As you two will be in the spotlight I will sneak to the top and you won't see it coming. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 mocked as he left. Geez, this guy. He got beat up and he was injured but he is full of himself and more cocky than before. 𝗧𝗏 said annoyed. 23 Many of the students nodded in agreement. It still doesn't change anything. I will beat him. 𝗂𝗍𝐿 said. One time skip the students were to the stadium ready for the sports festival. Present MIC, welcome. It's time for the first year's festival. Our referee will be none other than the R-rated hero, Midnight. Midnight appeared to the stadium. Now before we start, a few words from your student representative, Katsuki 𝗂𝗂𝐿 from Class 1A. Midnight announced. 1 I will win the sports festival. 𝗂𝗂𝐿 said. The students were enraged of 𝗂𝗂𝐿's comment. 4 Now without any delay let's get to the tournament's qualifiers. And the event for this year is Battle Tag Royal. Midnight announced. 2 The rules are simple. If someone gets touched 3 times he is eliminated. You can't touch an opponent 2 times or you're disqualified. The last 16 who remain will advance to the tournament. Now take your position, students. Midnight explained. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 avoided Class 1A as much as possible. He more near to the general course students. Present MIC, ready. Start. The students from the hero course chase many. Todoroki and 𝗂𝗂𝐿 were on a rampage. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 touched many students from the general course and he continued to use it for his advantage. 1. It must feel pathetic to go to the general course when you are from class 1A, a purple-haired boy said. Izuku looked at the scoreboard to see who he was. He was Hitoshi Shinso and he had been touched 2 times already. Izuku dashed and touched him. Shinso got eliminated. 4. I'm actually quirkless, he said as he left to tag his next praise. As time was passing, the arena was becoming emptier and emptier. 1 more elimination. Who will be the unlucky one? Present MIC said. 1 more, here. Izuku thought as he saw who remained. Todoroki and Bakugo looked at him. 1 SHD Izuku said. Time to go home, Deku. Bakugo said as he charged. Todoroki followed. But before anything happens. Time up. We have the 16 survivors. TCH. You got lucky, Deku. He left. Now we will have a 30-minute break, but before that let's see the knockout table for the tournament. Present MIC announced. Let's see who passed. Izuku thought. Izuku looked at the knockout table. Shiozaki vs Ida, Monoma vs Yorozu 1, Midoriya vs Kirishima 25, Todoroki vs 0, Gyro vs Mineta 4, Bakugo vs Uraraka, Tokoyami vs Ashido, Kaminari vs Emma. The students saw the knockout table. Uraraka. Bakugo wondered who that was. For why did I have to be with Gyro of all girls? I hope to have a bubby girl for opponent, Mineta said as Gyro looked at him with a death glare. 3 Gs, it's gonna be a hard one. Zero said as he saw his opponent was Todoroki. Izuku thought, I still don't get how Mineta advanced to the last 16. And who is Monoma? I didn't see him standing out during the battle royal. Not that it matters. I will have a chance to advance with Kirishima as an opponent. His hardening will be like I hit trees. Nothing new. And after him it would be Todoroki. I can't see Zero win. 8 After the time skipped, the students went to the seats where they had for students to watch the tournament. From the one corner we have one of the 2 who are from class 1B, Ibara Shiozaki. And her opponent, from class 1A, Tenya Ida. Present MIC announced. Plus Midnight then talked. Ready, start. Ida dodged Shiozaki's vines and he pushed her with the help of his quirk to get her out of bounds, securing his victory. 1 Shiozaki is out of bounds. Ida wins. Midnight said. Yorozu left for her match against Monoma. 1 Ida returned to the seats. Good job, Ida, Uraraka commented. Thank you, it was harder than it seemed. Ida said. Then Izuku high-fived him. Good job. Thank you. Ida responded. Ida was the one from the class who was closer to Izuku. Uraraka would come with the 2 sometime, but Ida is the only one Izuku feels confident with. Even after he told Uraraka about his goals, he still can't be so much confident. 2 From the one corner, the other one student from class 1B, Nito Monoma. And his opponent, from class 1A, Momo Yorozu. 2 You have a useful quirk. I will make a good use of it. Monoma said. Like I will let you. Yorozu responded. Ready, start. Monoma run through Yorozu. Yorozu made 2 metallic gloves and she tried to punch Monoma. Monoma dodged and said, if you can't punch right, don't rely on your hands. He touched her and he copied her quirk. He created a lasso. He used it to throw Yorozu out of balance. Then he got her out of bounds. 12 Yorozu is out of bounds. Monoma wins. Midnight announced. Now it's Midoriya's turn, Ida said as he realized Izuku has already left. Kirishima got up to go to the stadium. Kick his butt, Kirishima, Kaminari said. Yeah, Kirishima said as he left. 2 Time for the next match. We have 2 students both from class 1A. From the one corner we have Kirishima A Hero Kirishima. And from the other corner we have Izuku Midoriya. Who do you think will win? Ida asked. I think Deku will win. Uraraka answered. It's a hard matchup for Midoriya. Kirishima's hardening is what he needs for melee fighters like Midoriya. Ashido said. No, it's the exact opposite. Bakugo said. The students were surprised that one of the strongest in class told that. Then he continued, I know the useless Deku for 11 years. He has only one thing that's useful. Those are his punches. He was training by hitting trees. Kirishima's hardening will be a challenge, but I don't think it will be enough for Deku to lose. You can do it, Deku. Uraraka thought. Ready, start. Don't hold back, Midoriya. Kirishima yelled. I was the one supposed to say that. Izuku responded and they started to fist fight. Kirishima hardened himself and his strikes were strong. He got Izuku in the face and he got knocked down. Is that all you got, Midoriya? Izuku got up and he spat some BLD to the floor. You have a great offense. But what about your defense? He said as he took his fighting stance like a kickboxer. You better harden yourself. He continued. He attacked and he unleashed a barrage of punches. Kirishima was blocking them but the strikes were so fast he couldn't counter. What speed? Uraraka said in surprise. What the hell? Doesn't Midoriya feel any pain? Mineta said. It's sure that he feels pain. He is human. But his ruthless aggression doesn't let him feel any pain at this moment. Ojiro said. Izuku continued to punch non-stop. All Kirishima could do is to wait until Midoriya stops. What the hell? His punches are strong, but what is he? Anyone would have stopped at this point. Kirishima thought. One Izuku stopped and Kirishima tried to counter-attack but he didn't know that's what Izuku wanted. He dodged and he uppercut Kirishima. Wow, that was really manly. You have my respect, Midoriya. Kirishima thought just before he gets knocked out. Kirishima is knocked out. Midoriya wins. Midnight announced. As he left the ring, Uraraka noticed something on Izuku. He is in pain. His face. He tries to hold the pain inside him. She thought. She was kinda worried. Then the next match was going to start. Then Izuku returned to the seats. Deku, are you okay? Uraraka asked. I'm fine. Izuku answered. Your hands are hurt. You need to go to recovery, girl. Uraraka said. I said I'm fine. Izuku said again. Maybe you should listen to her, Midoriya. You will probably fight Todoroki next. You will need your strength. Ida said. 6 I don't need it. Todoroki will. Not go all out to me. Izuku said with confidence. Todoroki and 𝐒𝐭𝐴 standed to the ring. From the one side we have the son of the number 2 hero, Shoto Todoroki against Hunter 𝐒𝐭𝐴. Present MIC announced. Ready, start. I don't feel like winning. But I don't feel like losing either. 𝐒𝐭𝐴 said as he got Todoroki with his tape. Sorry. Todoroki said before freezing almost half of the stadium along with 𝐒𝐭𝐴. The stadium was shocked. Don't you think that was a little too much? 𝐒𝐴𝐴 said. 𝐒𝐴𝐴, can you move? Midnight asked. Of course not. 𝐒𝐴𝐴 responded. Once 𝐒𝐴𝐴 is unable to move. Todoroki wins. Midnight announced. Todoroki returned to the seats. So, was that a warning for me or you were just mad with your old man? Izuku asked Todoroki. You can take it as both. Todoroki said. Let me warn you about something. I don't care about your business with your old man. But you better use your flames if you don't want to lose. Izuku said. Most of the students there were angry by his attitude. 3 Midoriya, Todoroki is the strongest in the class. You just told him the opposite. Yoirozu said. 1 exactly. Without his flames he can't defeat me. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm quirkless. So, why not hold back a little? That's what Todoroki is probably thinking. Am I right, Todoroki Shoto? Izuku said. You think I will lose if I don't use my flames? Try to change my mind in our match. Todoroki said as he sit down. You don't wish that. Izuku said as he looked at the stadium. The next match was Mineta vs 𝐸𝐴. The next match is Minoru Mineta against Kyoka 𝐸𝐴, present MIC announced. Ready, start. You better get out or you will suffer pain. I'm still mad at your comment earlier, 𝐸𝐴 threatened. SHT. I'm doomed. Mineta thought. 𝐸𝐴 got him with her earphone jack. I give up. Mineta yelled. Mineta has forfeited. Ghirou wins, Midnight announced. It's their turn, here. Izuku thought as he saw Bakugo and Uraraka enter the ring. From the one side we have Kitsuki Bakugo versus Ochiko Uraraka. Present MIC announced. Ready, start plus the fight with Uraraka and Bakugo started. Uraraka tried to touch Bakugo to make his float, but Bakugo knew the consequences if he lets her touch him. He used his explosions every time Uraraka was trying to get close. Uraraka then released a meteor rain from the pieces from the stage that broke from Bakugo's explosions. Bakugo destroyed them all in one shot using probably one of his strongest attacks. Uraraka then fell unconscious from Bakugo's injuries. Uraraka is unconscious. Bakugo wins. The next two matches ended quickly. Tokoyami defeated Ashido and Kaminari defeated 𝗵𝗲. After a break they had Ida prepared for his match with Monoma. The two students took their fighting stances and they started. Ida used the same method to win just like he did with Shiozaki. He succeeded again. As Izuku was going to the stadium he met 𝗵𝗲𝗺. You're the quirkless kid who's against my son, here. 𝗵𝗵𝗺 said. Izuku Midoriya. You better remember my name. Because I will beat your son. Izuku declared. You the first quirkless who's cocky. 𝗵𝗵𝗺 said. I don't care, and I will win because your son will not use his flames. I don't care about the reason he don't use them, but I understand it's because of you. You're holding him back. Izuku said. 𝗵𝗵𝗺 was angry. Let's make a bet then. If you beat my son you will come to my agency for the internship after the festival. 𝗵𝗵𝗺 said. Deal. Izuku agreed. After he left from 𝗵𝗵𝗺 he met Ida. Good job out there. Izuku said. Thank you, you better win that thing. Good luck. Ida said. I won't need it, he said smirking. Ida understood that he won't hold back. Now the next match. We have the son of 𝗵𝗵𝗺 with the not one, but two quirks. Shoto Todoroki. His opponent is the quirkless student, Izuku Midoriya. Present MIC announced. The crowd and the other courses were surprised. They all thought he was holding back. They learned he is actually quirkless. Class 1A was anticipating this match and some of them wanted to see how far can Izuku push Todoroki. Then Kirishima returned from the infirmary. It started, here. I came just in time. Kirishima said. I will put you of your misery quick. Todoroki said. I wonder. Izuku responded. Ready start. Todoroki used the same attack he used on 𝗧𝗏, but this time it covered the arena only. There was no sign of Izuku. He is probably frozen. It's over. Todoroki said. But he heard cracking sounds from the inside. The crowd could hear them too. Don't tell me he. Kaminari said. That idiot, he will destroy his hands. Bakugo said. Izuku got out with his hands formed in fists. They were bleeding. You really are so desperate to defeat me in the point to destroy your hands. Todoroki mocked. Destroyed. Even in this state I can use them as weapons. I dare you to try again. Izuku said. Todoroki sent a barrage of ice attacks, but Izuku would either dodge them or punch them. He was hopping on the ices he would destroy. He wants to come close to me. In that case. Todoroki thought as he attacked his legs. He got his legs frozen. Gotcha. It's over. Todoroki said as he prepared to attack, but he saw Izuku with an angry look. Don't think this is over. Izuku said as he broke the ice in a Hulk smash style. He walked to Todoroki. Todoroki felt a fearsome ki around Izuku. What? What is this feeling? Todoroki thought. My hands are trembling. He thought as he saw his hands. He unleashed ice attacks, but Izuku would break them all. Why? Why can't I freeze him? Todoroki said. I think I warned you. If you don't use your flames you will lose. That's the consequences. You were so focused on your ice in the result to freeze some part of yourself. Quirks have limits, too. But if you use your left that problem will be solved. Izuku explained and mocked at the same time. Shut it. I won't use it. Todoroki said with fear. Use it. Use it. Acknowledge me. Use your flames. Izuku said. One, shut up. Todoroki shouted. He unleashed a fire attack unintentionally from his fear. The attack was so strong that it could be equal to an explosion. When the smokes disappeared, his shirt got half burned. Izuku ate all the burns from the attack. He fell unconscious with a smile. 10 Midoriya is knocked out. Todoroki wins. Midnight announced. They took him to the infirmary where Recovery Girl was. So, he lost the battle but he was satisfied. Tokoyami said. He noticed Izuku's smile. Uraraka run to the infirmary to see Izuku. Uraraka wait. Ida shouted but she didn't listen. He was forced to follow. It was my idea or Todoroki was scared of him. Kaminari asked. You're not wrong. Shoji answered. But why? Ashido wondered as she asked. One, because no one would be this reckless just for one win. Tokoyami answered. Actually Bakugo is the same. But he wouldn't be afraid of him. Zero said. That's because he didn't expect the quirkless guy to be so ruthless and so aggressive. Bakugo said. How are you so calm about it? Aren't you surprised at all? Mineta asked. No. I saw it coming. The only thing that I was surprised with was that he made him use his left side. Bakugo said. In the infirmary Izuku was unconscious. Recovery Girl was ready to heal him. Then Uraraka entered worried. Deku. She shouted. Oh, you're his friend, Recovery Girl asked. Is he gonna be okay? Is he badly injured? Uraraka asked. Relax. He is gonna be fine. Recovery Girl said. Then Ida entered. Recovery Girl, how is he asked. He is gonna be okay. I can heal his burns but for his hands I have to make a surgery. Recovery Girl said. A surgery? Ida asked. Yes, but I have to heal him from the burns. As you see he has oxygen mask. Recovery Girl asked. Uraraka holded his hand. I see he has friends that care for him. I was kinda worried when I learned he was gonna come here. He didn't had the best childhood. Recovery Girl thought. Don't worry young lady. He is gonna be fine. In 1 hour at maximum he is gonna be fine and he will walk again. Recovery Girl said to the 2 worried students. We leave him to you. Ida said as he bowed. They left. 1 hour later Izuku awaked. What happened? Ah, yes. I lost to Todoroki. But I made him use his left. Izuku said. Oh, you're awake. You sure like to put yourself in danger. Recovery Girl mocked. What happened to the tournament? Izuku asked. Bakugo won the sports festival of your year. Todoroki was second and Tokoyami was in third place with Ida who left due to family reasons. Recovery Girl said. I see. Izuku said. Your friends were worried about you. Especially young Uraraka. I'll give a piece of an advice. If you hurt yourself like that you make everyone around you worried. A hero is supposed to give hope to the others. Recovery Girl said. For yes. Izuku replied. He then returned at the dorm lobby at late afternoon. Todoroki was in a void. He couldn't see anything. He only saw giant shadows of Izuku with red eyes and a creepy smile. 2. Use your flames. Use them. Use them. Acknowledge me. Use your left side. Use it. Stop it. Shut up. Todoroki yelled before he wakes up. 𝗧𝗵𝗲. I can't get it out of my head. I will go to the lobby to cool my head. Todoroki said. He went down to the lobby. Hey Todoroki. Kirishima greeted him. What's up pal? You're pale. Zero asked. Nothing, just a bad dream. I was sleeping. Todoroki answered. Then they heard the door. Izuku entered. He entered the lobby and he saw everyone except Ida. Deku, you're okay. Uraraka called him and she hugged him. Of course I am okay. What happened with Ida? I heard that he left for family reasons. Izuku asked. Oh, well. His brother got attacked by some hero killer. I hope he is okay. Uraraka said. Yeah. Izuku agreed. Hey, Midoriya. Kirishima called him. What? Izuku asked. He gave him his hand. Nice performance today. That was manly. Kirishima said, surprising Izuku. He didn't expect anyone to tell him that. Thanks. Izuku replied with a handshake. Midoriya, I happened to hear what you said to Todoroki to make him use his flames. Jiru said. That's not the way to settle things. She continued. I missed the part where that's my problem. Izuku said. 18, you acted more like a punk or a villain instead of a hero, she explained. 5, sorry to ruin your fun, but not all heroes are good. Todoroki and Bakugo know that pretty well. Izuku said with a kinda angry tone. Todoroki and Bakugo were with their heads down when they heard that. So, you're saying that because some heroes are like that, you are free to use fear or negative feelings towards the others. Is that what you're saying? Yorozu said. With anger. Izuku looked at Yorozu with a serious tone. Yes. Izuku said, shocking everyone with his answer. You're horrible. You just gave us another reason to believe you must not become a hero. Yorozu said. Say whatever you want. You are just a rich girl who had good times in all of her life and entered to UA through recommendations. You have no idea how society works. Izuku said. 9, I know how society works. Yorozu tried to defend herself, but Izuku talked again. No, you don't. I have experienced society's true colors at first hand. There are many like you and many of the heroes out there. Thing hypocrites. Izuku said angry. Deku, that's going too far. Bakugo said before getting yelled by Izuku. 3, especially you, don't try to defend her. Or yourself, Kaken. I heard you won the sports festival. Such a shame that someone like you won. If Todoroki wouldn't defeat me, I would have put you in your place. Izuku pointed at Bakugo. Izuku then turned around to leave. At least there are some guys in this dorm who can understand me, he said before Todoroki calls him. Midoriya, I want to talk to you, privately. Todoroki said. Fine. I was going for a walk anyway. You can come. Izuku responded. The two walked near to Ground Alpha. So, what did you want to talk about? Izuku asked. After what you said there, I can understand what you meant. The word hypocrites was the perfect word. My father is like that, too. Todoroki said. Nothing less expected by Endeavor. Izuku said. Since we are on the same page, I think I can trust you on what I am going to tell you. Todoroki continued. And that is? Izuku asked. The reason I don't want to use my left side. Todoroki revealed. Go ahead. Izuku said. Have you ever heard of quirk marriages? It came into the picture during the second or the third generation. Choosing mates solely to enhance one's own quirk to be inherited down the line. And forcing marriages for that purpose. That's what happened with my parents. Todoroki said, and he continued. 2. All my father wanted was to create a hero to rise above All Might. Like I would become that piece of SHT's tool. He said. Is that the reason? Izuku asked. No. What I told you leads to the actual reason. Todoroki explained. In my memories my mother is always crying. She called my left side ugly and she dumped boiling water on me. That's how I got this scar. You know why that happened. My father. He drove her on the verge of paranoia. I won't go on details, but I think you got the main idea of what happened. Todoroki explained. So, you deny your left side because he destroyed yours and your mother's mentality. That's your disavowal to him. Am I right? Izuku asked after hearing all this. Yes. Todoroki asked. You're an idiot. Izuku said. What? Todoroki asked, kinda confused. Your left side. It's your power. Not his. You should take his quirk to your advantage to become a better hero than him. You want to save people, right? Like All Might does. Izuku said. Yes. I want to be a hero. I want to see those Yora saved with a smile. Todoroki said. 3. Then you better follow my advice and use your left side to save those people. Make your father a stepping stone for your rise. Izuku said with pride. Oh, and something else. Izuku continued. You said we are on the same page. You're wrong. Yes, you can understand me, but you haven't lived the hell I lived. But this is a story for another time. I'm not mentally ready to speak about it to anyone. But if you want to learn, you can ask that 𝗵𝘃𝗧𝗵𝗲 𝗧𝗵𝗂 said. Seven. The two returned to the dorm. You know, I felt a little better. At least I know someone who endured pain in his life. 𝗧𝗑 said to Todoroki. 6. Yeah, Todoroki agreed. A day after Izuku's and Todoroki's conversation, the class was waiting for Aizawa. Hey, Ida. You're back. I learned about your brother. How is he? Izuku asked. He will live, but his legs are injured and he is forced to retire. Ida said with a sad look. Oh, I'm sorry. Izuku said, but he saw a change to Ida. His ki was weird. Nothing like the usual Ida. Ida. I know you are frustrated by this, but don't try anything stupid. Izuku said, concerned for his friend's sake. Yeah. Ida replied. Aizawa entered the class. Today I will inform you about your internships. Almost every one of you knows that after the festival you go into internships. Here's the offers for this year. Aizawa said, and he showed how many offers everyone had. First was Todoroki with 259 offers. Bakugo was second with 129 offers. Izuku had 2 offers. Midoriya, you got 2 offers. Way to go, man, Kirishima said. I'm satisfied. But the main reason I have only 2 offers is because they're scared of the way I fight. The second is because I'm quirkless. Izuku explained. Now that you have seen your offers, we are gonna head to the second topic. Today you will choose your code names. Aizawa announced. Most of the students were excited. Then the students one by one chose their hero names. The only names Izuku gave attention to were Uraraka's, Ida's, Todoroki's, Kirishima's and Bakugo's. Uraraka's code name was Uravity, Kirishima's was Red Riot, Ida's was Ingenium. Junior to honor his brother, and Todoroki's name was Shoto. Bakugo's names were all rejected because everything had the word murderer in the name. Izuku got up to the board to reveal his hero name. Are you sure about this, Midoriya? You may be called that forever. Midnight asked. Yes, until recently I really hated that name. But someone changed the meaning of it. It took me by surprise, but somehow. I like that nickname now. I will be the symbol of hope, Deku. Izuku said with pride. 23. Uraraka smiled when she realized that she was that someone who changed the meaning of the word Deku. Bakugo seemed kinda annoyed. 16. After the class ended, All Might called him. Izuku went to his office. What did you call me for, All Might? Izuku asked. It's about the 2 offers you got for your internship. I know both of them. All Might said. Izuku was surprised by that. The one is my mentor, Gran Torino. At his moment he is a retired hero, so I didn't expect to ask for someone into an internship. All Might said. What about the other? Izuku asked. The other is 𝗏𝗏𝗏, he is for I know who 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is. He was a top 10 hero 10 years ago, but he dropped the rankings and at this moment he is just patrolling on neighborhoods for small crimes due to an injury of his. Izuku interrupted All Might. You seem to be a fanboy. All Might said. I was. In the past. Izuku said. Anyway, I speaked with both of them. At this 1-week period you will go to Gran Torino's. You have another 1 internship this year. At that time you will go to 𝗏𝗏𝗏, All Might explained. I have to thank you for your time then. Izuku said. A day later the students got ready to leave for their internships. So where are you going, Uraraka? Ida asked. I'm going to gunhead martial arts. I decided that I have to become stronger. She replied. That's great. I'm going to my brother's agency in Hosu. Ida said. I have a bad feeling about this. Izuku thought. 1. Where are you going, Deku? Uraraka asked. I will go to some Gran Torino guy. He is a retired hero. He is in Hosu, too. Izuku said. 3. A retired hero. That's a surprise. It's pretty rare for a retired hero to ask for a student. Ida said. Yeah, I was surprised too. Izuku said. After some time everyone left and Izuku arrived at Gran Torino's location. So, he is here, he thought as he noticed the door was unlocked. He entered and he saw an old man with BLD in the floor. What the F? Izuku said. I'm alive, the old man said. To get up, old man. Or should I say, Gran Torino? Izuku said. Gran Torino got up. So we finally meet, Izuku Midoriya. Or should I say, Deku? Gran Torino said with a serious tone. Call me whatever you want. So, tell me. What made you ask for a quirkless guy like me for an internship? Izuku asked. I saw your fights at the festival. You were reckless and so ruthless. But you know what I saw inside all of that? I saw greatness in you. Gran Torino said. You are the first quirkless guy who stands out too much. That's a big step on the hero world. But without training, you will get nothing more than that. Gran Torino continued. Now, what I want from you. I want you to fight me. If you hit me one time, you win. You have 1 minute. He finished. Through hell from the start, here. Bring it. Izuku said. 1, your time starts now. Gran Torino said and he started hopping around the room. He's fast. That may be part of his quirk. Izuku thought. Izuku could dodge all of the attacks. But when the time came to strike, it was a failure. Gran Torino dodged everything and he countered all of Izuku's attacks. You know, you're fast and you have strong punches. But what about your legs? Gran Torino asked and he threw him off balance. Time up. Gran Torino said. No matter how strong your upper body is, if your lower body is weak you're done. In the week you're gonna be here you will train your legs 𝐻𝐸𝐽. Gran Torino said. 15 Note. Astral X is an original character 6. It's been 5 days since Izuku joined Gran Torino. Kid, time for our first patrolling. Gran Torino said. Finally, time for action. Izuku said. The only thing he was doing the last 5 days was to empower his legs. It was night at the time. As they were patrolling they heard explosions. They saw 6 𝗏𝗏s in the city. SHT Kid, save the civilians. Gran Torino said. I wanna fight, too. Izuku said. You're not ready, kid. Your training is incomplete. Save the civilians. Gran Torino said. Izuku was kinda angry but it couldn't be helped. But before he does anything he saw 𝗏𝗏. He went into an alley. I have a bad feeling about this, he said and he followed him. 3 He saw him and he saw 2 other figures. The one was down and the other one was a black-haired guy with bandages and swords. I will take you down, hero killer. 𝗏𝗏 shouted. So this is the hero killer, here. But who's the other one? Izuku thought. Izuku then signaled his location to Todoroki. Then he sent him a message. Come to the location I send you. It's an emergency. Let's hope he and Endeavor will come fast. Izuku thought and he revealed himself. I thought I told you to not do anything stupid, 𝗏𝗏. Izuku said. Midoriya, what are you doing here? 𝗏𝗏 asked surprised. Did you forget my internship was in Hosu? Izuku asked. So this is the hero killer. I know you feel like you have to defeat him without interference but you know how stubborn I am. He continued. Sorry, I will do it by myself. 𝗏𝗏 said and he charged but Stain countered him and he caused him a cut on his leg. He liked the BLD on his blade and 𝗏𝗏 stopped moving. 3 Th. You're an idiot. Izuku said as he took his fighting stance, you really are an idiot. Your friend offered you a help and you declined just for a personal grudge against me. You don't deserve to be a hero. You'll die here. Stain said. Like I will let that happen. I will be your opponent. Izuku said. You can still leave kid, while you can. I'll kill those 2 and you will enjoy your nice life. Stain said. If I abandon them, what kind of a hero am I? Izuku asked. 2 Stain remained silent. You seem to be a real hero, kid. Unlike those 2. I will let you live. But if you get in my way, I'll kill you. Last warning, leave now. Stain. 2 Fu. Izuku yelled and he charged. Stain charged and he got a single cut on Izuku's shoulder. He liked Izuku's BLD and Izuku stopped moving. What the? I can't move. Izuku sighed. It must be this guy's quirk, he thought. Stain went to Ida. He prepared to kill him, but before he could do it, Todoroki came and used his fire to zone him out. It seems I came in time. Todoroki said. Todoroki, don't let him touch your BLD. His quirk doesn't let you move and it's a BLD-based quirk. Izuku said. Got it. My father is on his way. He found a 𝗏𝗏 and he will come after he defeat it. He said, and he used ice attacks. Stain dodged them and he started hopping to the walls to approach Todoroki. Wait, is he hopping around so fast without a quirk? Izuku thought loud. With training even you can do it, kid. Stain said before attacking Todoroki again. 13 Stain managed to cut him on his arm. When he tried to like his BLD, Izuku headbutted him from outer nowhere. 7 What the? He can move already. But even that doesn't explain the speed. Don't tell me. He copied my technique. So fast. That boy is a monster. Stain thought. And he guessed right. Izuku hopped with incredible speed just like Gran Torino. 7 Stain got knocked out. 10 Wait, is he knocked out? Just like that. I thought he was stronger than that. Izuku said. It seems you made the perfect headbutt there. Todoroki said. 6 Ida, are you okay? Todoroki asked. Actually he is not. Izuku said before Ida answers. He is frustrated that he couldn't do anything. May I wrong? Izuku continued. No. I unintentionally forced you to fight because of my selfishness. I'm sorry. Ida apologized. It's fine. I know how it feels. Izuku said. Then 𝗏𝗏 arrived with Gran Torino and one sidekick. Is he defeated? 𝗏𝗏 said. Yes. Midoriya knocked him out. Todoroki said. You're the quirkless kid from the festival. 𝗏𝗏 said. I thought I told you, you were not ready. Gran Torino said. But he risked his life to save Native and Ida. Ready or not, it was his duty, right? Todoroki asked. No. He is right, Todoroki. I wasn't ready. If you wouldn't come in time we would probably be dead. And I don't even have my hero license. He has every right to scold me. But I'm satisfied with the result. Because I did what a hero would. Izuku said. 5 That kid. Gran Torino thought as he smiled. You will become a great hero in the future, kid. Gran Torino said. Now let's get this guy to the police. 𝗏𝗏 said. A day later Ida, Todoroki and Midoriya were called to UA 1 day earlier than anticipated. Gran Torino, 𝗏𝗏 and Ingenium's sidekick came, too. They entered Nezu's office. There was Aizawa and All Might with him. Good morning, gentlemen. I called you here today to talk about what happened in Hosu with the hero killer, Stain. Nezu said. Izuku understood the reason they called them. As we all this in room know, the 3 students fought the hero killer, Stain. They were victorious, but they used their quirks illegally because they still don't have their hero licenses. Nezu said. 16 We're fed up. Midoriya thought loud. 2 Did I say that loud? Sorry. Izuku said. Anyone in your place would probably think the same thing, young Midoriya. But I called you here to find a solution about that. I informed the police chief that I would take care of this matter. Of course we are satisfied by your actions as heroes, but you will get a punishment. Nezu said. I will leave the punishment to Aizawa since he is your homeroom teacher. He continued. I'm placing you under house arrest for 3 days. And you better keep that topic a secret to all for now. If not I will expel you, got it? Aizawa said. The 3 students all agreed. We're saved. Ida. At least it's only a house arrest. Todoroki said. Yeah, it can give us more time to study for the midterm exams which in at the end of the week. Ida said. For me it's not good. The written exams are a piece of cake. The practical exams will be a problem. My daily training schedule must be stopped for 3 days. It's too much. Izuku said. It seems that one of us really sees it as a punishment. Todoroki and Ida thought. 1 week later the written midterm exams were over. They were waiting for the announcement of the practical exam. "Good morning, class," Aizawa said as he entered. "First I want to announce that you all passed the written exam. And second, at the end of the week you will have your practical exam for the midterm," Aizawa announced. The students were excited. The class ended and the students went to Ground Alpha with All Might. "For today's exam we will have a rescue race," All Might announced. "You will get separated in 4 groups of 5 and you try to arrive first to the spot where I will be to save me," he explained. In Izuku's group there were Ida, Zero, Ojiro, and Ashido. They took their places on random spots in the fake city. "Hey, let's bet on who will win," Kirishima said. The students agreed. "I don't know who will win, but I know who is at the biggest disadvantage. Midoriya has the least mobility of all of them," Gyro said. 6-0 has the advantage. I think he will win." Kirishima. "But Ojiro's there, too. I bet on Ojiro," Kaminari said. "I think it will be Ashido. She's very athletic. She has insane reflexes. Deku will be last." Bakugo said. "I think it will be Ida," Uraraka said. "Me, too," Asui said. "I bet on Midoriya," Todoroki said. The rest were kinda surprised. Of course, Todoroki and Ida were the only ones who saw Izuku defeat Stain with his jumps. "Any reason for that?" "I am curious to see your reason," Yoorozu said. "You'll also like the Aftermath 𝗵𝗃 by Yanivera fandom. The Aftermath 𝗵𝗃 1K447A My Hero Academia fanfiction. Have you ever wondered what happened to the students of UA after they left school? After they went their own ways? Many students left for When the Stars Align by Tenacious Lover. When the Stars Align 1K994. You are given an assignment by the Hero Public Safety Commission. Help keep watch over the Hero Corps students at UA High School. How hard can it be? Random update. Revengers Academia 𝗵𝗃 x Tokyo Revengers crossover by its Nix Revengers Academia 𝗵𝗃 x Tokyo Revengers. 8K. What would happen to Class 1A students when they suddenly get transported to a quirkless place with a villain's quirk? Will they find a way back home? Or will they stay? Deku's Secrets. Bakudeku, 𝗵𝗃, Singadeku by Davies Blue Flames 22 Deku's Secrets. Bakudeku, 𝗵𝗃, Singadeku 693K 1K in middle school. Katsuki and Izuku did something. Winking face. Then 3 months later Deku stopped going to school for a year. They both acted as if nothing happened and Bakugu-ka. The Troubled Doctor by Levi 5580. The Troubled Doctor 8K 465 quirkless Izuku soon after middle school starts developing a quirk. One in which he will become a miracle worker in his local hospital. With college education credits for Great Advice, Swan Dive. Not Your Usual Chatfic by Chimmerigarian. Great Advice, Swan Dive. Not Your Usual Chapter 129K 4K. Due to something rather unexpected, Izuku turned into his older self. Now being back in the body of a 10-year-old child, Izuku doesn't remember anything about being part. You will see, Todoroki said. On your marks. Ready. Start. All Might shouted and the group started the race. As the race began, Zero took the momentum. He was flying with his tapes like Spider-Man with incredible speed. See? I told YA. He has the advantage. Kirishima said. Hey, look at the minimap. Ida is keeping up. Kaminari said, but 1 second later Zero took advantage again. Or not. Kaminari said. Hey, isn't this a little too perfect for me? Zero said with a mocking tone. Hey, look at the minimap. Hagekyu said. They saw Midoriya getting close to Zero. I can see him at the minimap, but I don't see him on the screen. Kirishima said. Then Midoriya passed Zero with a jump. For only training of 2 weeks this is so good. Midoriya said. He was hopping in the buildings. Wow. Midoriya. Mineta and Kaminari yelled. What are those moves? Kaminari yelled. Oh, now that I think of it they remind me. Todoroki thought. He is hopping like. 𝐒𝐽𝐽𝐫 said. My moves. He had that progress while I was wasting my time in my internship. That Deku tries to defy me. Again. Bakugo thought. 7 He, it seems easier than I thought. But Stain was a lot faster. Izuku mumbled. Sadly for Midoriya, when he was one building before the finish line he misstepped and he fell. 9F. Midoriya yelled and he fell. The race ended up with Zero as the winner. Young Midoriya, are you okay? All Might came to him. Except of a probably broken back, I'm fine. Izuku said. 2, I'll get you to recovery girl. But man, you've progressed. I would never imagine a quirkless guy would achieve that much. You're full of surprises. All Might said. Thanks. Midoriya said. After Izuku was healed by recovery girl he returned to the dorm. Everyone had 4 days to prepare for the exams and they had 3 days off. The students were discussing about the practical exam. I heard we will fight robots. If it's true the exams will be easy. Ashido said. Yeah. We won't have to worry about holding back with our quirks. Kaminari said. Robots or humans? It doesn't matter. I'll beat them all. Why are you getting so worked up, morons? Bakugo said. Who are you calling a moron? Kaminari yelled. You're a moron who can't even figure out how to dial back his own quirk. Bakugo said. Then he called Izuku. Hey, Deku. It seems like you have progressed. Either way, stop seeing me off with all these stunts. Bakugo said. He must mean when Deku was moving like Bakugo. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 said in a lower tone to Asui. 3. I'm not looking for some hollow victory like the sports festival. When it comes to our term grades I will crush you into dust. I'll raise the gap between us again. You too, Todoroki. Bakugo sighed as he was going to leave, only to hear Izuku's response. I wanna see you try, Kaken. He said. 1 He. Bakugo responded. Remember what I told you all at our first day at the test. I said you are all stepping stones to me. I don't take back what I said. You can crush me into dust all you want. It won't matter. The last man standing is always the winner. When we graduate UA there will be only one who will be at the top. And that's gonna be me. Izuku declared. Todoroki, since you are the strongest in the class at the moment, that goes for you too. Izuku continued. Yeah. Todoroki responded. A declaration of war here. Bring it. I would really like to see you do that, quirkless Deku. No matter how you will progress, you will never surpass me. Bakugo said. I will really enjoy to see your face when I surpass you. Because when I do it, you will cry for being a weakling and run back to your mama for your milk. Izuku mocked. 15. When he said that the atmosphere in the lobby changed. Bakugo looked at him with a death glare. You're dead. 8 plus I'm dead, Wanna fight? Ready? Izuku said and he took his fighting stance. Hey, that's going too far guys. Try to chill out. Kirishima tried to lighten the atmosphere. He is right. You will not gain anything with fighting each other. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 told them. Is that so? Both Izuku and Bakugo asked. Then the two charged at each other and fought like they were in the UFC. They were punching each other and it was a mess. The others tried to separate them. It took them a while but they finally managed it. 2 Soto, Kirishima, Zero and Kaminari holded Bakugo. Shoji, Ida, Todoroki and Tokuyami holded Midoriya. 3 It's been 2 minutes. Bakugo is still trying to get free to hit him. Kirishima said. Same here. Midoriya tries to break out. Shoji said. When are you planning to stop, you two? 𝗬𝗏𝗏 shouted and everyone got her attention. She was ready to let her tears fall. 10 It's not bad to have a rivalry with each other, but that's going too far. You two have this anger towards each other before we come to UA. You both are good inside in your hearts. So why are you both acting like jerks? 𝗬𝗏𝗏 continued. 11 guys. Can you let go of me? I won't try anything. Izuku said calmly. The 4 students who were holding Izuku looked at each other and they decided to let him go. Izuku was going to his room, but before he does he stopped and speaked without facing anyone. "I'm disappointed at you, Uraraka," Izuku said. "Too here." Uraraka responded. "Are you nuts, Midoriya? She said the facts as clear as possible and you say that." Ashido said. Then Midoriya turned around with disappointment in his face and he looked at Uraraka. "I thought at least you of all people would understand, Uraraka. But it seems I was wrong. It seems you're too kind to see the reality of things." Izuku said. When he was going to leave, Uraraka spoke. "It's not that I don't understand. Whatever happens, you must keep going forward. I understand, but why? Why can't you just make it up? Both of you?" Uraraka said. "You won't get things you don't know," Izuku said, and he left. The others let Deku go too. "If there's one thing I would ever agree with the nerd, it's this. You just won't get it until you know," Deku said, and he was going to leave too. "3. Why don't you tell someone then? We're here for you, man," Kirishima said. "I don't want to talk about it," he said. "So you refuse to speak, too?" Todoroki said, catching Deku's attention. "I asked Izuku what happened, but he won't tell me. He told me to ask you if I wanted details. It seems you won't speak either." Todoroki continued. "That's right. I won't," Deku said as he left too. The atmosphere was a bit awkward. "Should we tell Aizawa about that matter?" Ida asked. "No. These two are too stubborn when it comes to this matter. Even the teachers won't be enough for that." Todoroki said. "Actually, I have an idea. It's a double-edged sword, though," Uraraka said. "What is it?" Asui asked. "I will tell you later. I'm going to Aizawa. This idea will fix their relationship a bit or it will make it worse," Uraraka said. After 4 days, the day for the practical exam has finally come. They all gathered at Ground Gamma. "As you all know, it's your practical exam today. But what you don't know is what kind of exam is it," Aizawa said. "You will be paired in teams of 2 and you will fight against a teacher," Aizawa said. "A teacher? Is that even fair?" Kaminari shouted. "Don't worry, we will have these ultra-compressed weights so you have a chance to fight," Nezu said. 6. Your pairings and assigned teachers have already been decided. Your battle moves, your grades, your friendships with one another. Everything were considered. Nezu continued. 1. Now time to announce the pairs," Aizawa said. "Yorozu and Todoroki against me, Principal is against Kaminari and Ashido, Ima and Uraraka against 13, Koda and Gyro against Present Mic, Midnight against Zero and Mineta, Ectoplasm against Tokoyami and Asui, Hagakure and Shoji against 𝐴𝐼, Power Loader against Ida and Ojiro, Cementos against Soto and Kirishima, and last, Midoriya and Deku against All Might," Aizawa said. 1. What? Izuku and Deku shouted. Flashback. Mr. Aizawa. Can I ask for a favor? What is it, Uraraka? Deku and Midoriya had a serious fight and they don't plan to make up for it. If the exams have something with teams, can you put them to work together? 6. Don't worry. I was planning to do that anyway. The anger or hate that they have each other has affected everyone in class. Even All Might warn me about it on the first day. Thank you. End of flashback 1. These are the teams, Aizawa said. Izuku raised his hand. What is it, young Midoriya? Nezu asked. Change my teammate, Izuku said. 3. I agree. I don't plan to work with him. Deku agreed. Oh, you will do this exam together or you can forfeit now and getting expelled. You choose, Aizawa said. 5. Fine, Izuku said. TCH. Deku responded. The pairings were waiting for their turns. After everyone was finished, it was finally Izuku's and Deku's turn. They entered the fake city through the gate. Start. Look, I don't plan to work with you. I'm just going to find the escape gate to end that misery exam, Izuku said. It works for me, since I will go to fight All Might by myself, Deku said. Good, Izuku responded, and he sneaked to find a route to arrive at the escape gate. Where the F are you, All Might? Bakugo shouted like a maniac. I'm here. It seems you are by yourself. You think you can beat me, hero? All Might said, pretending to be a villain. You better bet, All Might. Bakugo said, and he attacked. All Might knocked Bakugo after 1 minute of a one-sided fight. So, young Midoriya just let him. Wait, or is he? Bakugo's a distraction. All Might said as he started to run through the escape gate. He saw Izuku almost close to escape. Oh no you don't. All Might shouted. Izuku responded. He got knocked out after a neck chop. One Midoriya and Bakugo have failed the exam. 15 Aizawa was ready to announce the results of the practical exam. Except of Bakugo and Midoriya, everyone else has passed the practical exam. At the moment we are in the beginning of July. Before the summer break, we will go to training camp. Aizawa announced. 11 The students decided to go for shopping to buy what they need for the camp. When everyone arrived to the plaza they got separated to buy whatever anyone wanted. Uraraka and Izuku were the only ones who remained at the plaza. It was your idea, wasn't it? Izuku said. What? Uraraka asked. Me and Kaken into a team. It was your idea, right? Izuku repeated. Yes. Uraraka answered hesitant. For I want you to make it up with Bakugo. I can't see you destroy yourself mentally because of something that happened in the past. Uraraka explained. You have no idea. Izuku said. Tell me then so I can have an idea. Uraraka said. Forget it, he said as he left to walk around the plaza. Make it up with Kaken. That's a funny joke. What's her problem, anyway? Izuku was thinking. Then a black hooded figure approached him. Wow, amazing. A student from UA. Can I have your autograph? He said as he put his arm on Izuku's shoulders. You are the quirkless kid who was equal in a fight with Endeavor's son. Right. You were amazing. He continued. Wow, 2 months have passed and they still remember us. Izuku thought. Then, you managed to defeat the hero killer in Hosu. The hooded man said. You sure know a lot. Wait, did you say the hero killer? Izuku said. Yes, you heard me well. I never thought I would meet you again. Especially in a place like this. The man said as he was placed his hand on Izuku's neck with the 4 fingers touching it. The last time we met was at UA attack. Why don't we have a chat, Izuku Midoriya? He said. You're Tomura Shigaraki. Izuku realized. Correct. Now, the only thing I want is to talk to you. I want to offer a deal. Shigaraki said. A deal? Izuku wondered. Yeah, you will like it. Why don't we go sit somewhere? Shigaraki said. Fine. I'll listen. Izuku said. That's the spirit. As I said, I'm here to offer you a deal. You have the skills and the tenacity needed. But what I don't get is why you want to become a hero. I'm pretty used you got rejected in your life. Shigaraki said. I want to change how the world views the quirkless. And it's cool to save people. Izuku said. That makes it easier. Here's the deal. My MSTR can give you a quirk. But in exchange he wants you to join the League of Villains. If you do we will help you get the spotlight you want as a hero and we will act as the most terrifying villains. We will make history. So, how about it? Shigaraki said. 3 You're nuts. Even if I would take a quirk I would be a fake hero. And I'm not a villain. Unlike you, I care about the world, and I want to change it, not destroy it. Izuku said. It's a great deal to decline. I'll give you 1 week to think about it. I just offered you an once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I would prefer to have you as an ally and not as an enemy. Shigaraki explained. 2 That's because you're afraid of my potential. Izuku said. Shigaraki put more power in the 4 fingers on Izuku's neck. If I wanted I could kill you right here, right now. The reason I don't do it is because my MSTR doesn't want you dead. He wants you by his side. And trust me when I say, if he wants something he will get it. Shigaraki said. 2. Uraraka said as she saw the 2 of them. A friend. No, he is not, she said, frightened when she saw Shigaraki's hand on Izuku's neck. Let go of him. Oh, you had a friend with you. I better get going, Shigaraki said. Then he lowered his tone so only Izuku can hear him. I'll give you 1 week to think of it. Or there will be consequences, he said, and took his way to leave, only for Izuku to call him. Or what, Shigaraki? Kill me. It's not the first time I hear it, Izuku said. Worse. Way worse, Shigaraki said as he left. 6. Are you okay, Deku? Uraraka said, worried. Yeah, I'm fine, Izuku said. I'll call the police, Uraraka said. No. It's no use. He has already left from the mall. Besides, I want to defeat him, Izuku said. Shigaraki had indeed left the mall. He returned to the League's hideout. I offered him the deal 𝗵𝗧𝗏. But I don't think he will agree. He turned me down when I told him the deal. I gave 1 week, though, Shigaraki said. Don't worry, Tomura. Izuku Midoriya will join us. Even if he declines, I have a plan B. It's been 2 days since Izuku's and Shigaraki's encounter. The students arrived in the forest where they would have their training camp. Aizawa was in charge along with the wild pussycats. Mandalay, Ragdoll, Pixie Bob and Tiger. The main reason for the training camp was for the students to empower their quirks. But Izuku would do a harder muscle and power training than usual. He would either train with Tiger, or he would hit trees. 5. The first day is almost over and it's evening time. All except of Izuku were in the round of a fire and they were talking about many things. The main topic was the training they had today. That was an exhausting first day. Beautif, that's gonna make us stronger, that's fine, Kaminari said. Yeah, we would be in trouble if you suddenly go to Yay mode after an attack, Gyro mocked. What were doing Bakugo? Kirishima asked. I was using my explosions to the limit. If I have to get stronger, I have to surpass those limits, Bakugo answered. 3. Whoa. That's cool, Kirishima said. It's the first time I see Bakugo speak without anger. Way to go, Zero mocked. Here, Bakugo responded. Hey, where's Deku? Uraraka asked. Oh, I saw him before we return here. He was punching trees. I didn't stop him because I don't think he had the best mood, Mineta said. Well, if you consider that he was attacked 2 days ago, anyone would be like this, right? Asui said. The problem is he is like this the whole time. He is angry and he is too cocky. Honestly, I don't like his whole attitude, Ashido said. 13. Not sparkling at all, Ayama said. 3. Uraraka then got up and she walked to the forest. Todoroki followed her. I'm sure you didn't leave just because you wanted to walk. It's about Midoriya, right? He asked. I hate it. They're badmouthing him since day his has this attitude, but he is working harder than anyone and he is a kind person, even if he doesn't show it, Uraraka said. Wanna go talk to him? Maybe you'll feel better, Todoroki said. Sure, but in this forest it's hard to find him, Uraraka said. Don't worry, I happened to see him while he was training, too. I remember where he was, Todoroki said, and they arrived at the place where Midoriya was. He was brutally punching a tree. His hands were a mess, full of grazes. He unleashed a punch and he stopped. I'll defeat you, Tomura. Just wait. 5 more days. When you come, I'll crush you, Izuku thought loud. Go. I'll wait here, Todoroki said to Uraraka. Uraraka followed his advice. Hi, Deku, Uraraka greeted. Hey, Izuku replied, exhausted from his training. You seem exhausted. Wanna stop and rest? We still have 6 days ahead, Uraraka asked. I would like to, but I don't have 6 days, Izuku said. When Shigaraki found me at the mall, he offered me a deal. I declined. He gave me 1 week to think about it, but the only thing I am gonna do is to prepare myself to defeat him, he continued. What deal? Uraraka asked. The League wants me on their side. In exchange, They would give me a quirk and they would help me from the shadows to become a top hero. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. Uraraka and Todoroki, who was hearing from the shadows, were shocked. 1. Is that why you're so nervy the last days? Uraraka asked. Kinda. There's something else, too. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. What is it? Uraraka asked. I don't get the reason you try to make me make it up with Kaken. Sure, it would be the best thing to make it up, but at the moment that's impossible. And you try to learn why when I don't want to tell you. You're not the only one who asks me about that matter. Todoroki asked me, too. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 explained, kinda angry. I know. He tried to ask Bakugo but he doesn't want to talk about it either. Uraraka said. I can't blame him. I would do the same if I was Kaken. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. Was that a big fight that you can't even make up for it? Uraraka said with an angry tone. If it was just a fight we wouldn't be like this. It's much worse. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. How much worse could it be that? Uraraka yelled. Then 𝗧𝗂𝐿 looked at her and he was really mad. You want to learn how much worse it was so badly? You won. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. I was being bullied for being quirkless for 10 years, every single day. And Kaken was the main bully. He stopped being my friend when he learnt I was quirkless. I can still feel the pain of the bruises and burns they would give me every single day. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said madly and he continued. That 𝗵𝘃𝗧 hypocrite of a future hero even told me to take a swan dive off the roof to take a quirk in my next life. I could forgive that. But he managed to do the worst thing possible. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. Uraraka was shocked. Even worse? She asked. Oh, yeah. I had a car accident and I got amnesia. And guess what happened? He pretended to be my friend. After all that. After 10 months I finally remembered everything. It was 1 week before UA. And Kaken was like, what's the matter? After I told him I remembered what was the first thing he told me. You will not pass at UA, because you're quirkless. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 finished explaining. And after all that, do you expect me to forgive him? Here. Tell me. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 asked. Uraraka was speechless. She couldn't answer. Then Todoroki appeared. So, you weren't joking when you said your life was a living hell? Todoroki said. Were you here? 𝗧𝗂𝐿 asked. Yes. Actually I was the one who told Uraraka to talk to you. Todoroki explained. Then Uraraka hugged 𝗧𝗂𝐿 and she let a few tears fall. 22 I'm sorry. You didn't want to speak about it and I forced you to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She said. As long as no one learns about it, it's fine. That goes for you too, Todoroki. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. 1 I understand it, but if the class learns it Bakugo is done and they will understand you. Todoroki explained. Maybe, but they will look at me with pity. The weakling who was bullied and never fought back. I don't want that. Not again. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. Fine. This will stay between us. It's been 2 days since 𝗧𝗂𝐿 revealed his past to Uraraka and Todoroki. The training for the students was going smoothly. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 was training to empower his legs since his hands were a mess from the first day. 3 more days, Tomura. 3 more days to change history. All for one said through the screen. I heard he is in a training camp, MSTR. Shall we pay him a visit? Shigaraki grinned. If you have the location. When you plan to go inform me. I have a big surprise for the child of destiny. All for one said and he started to laugh. 9 day later it was around 8 at night. Aizawa called his class. Okay, we have 4 to 5 days here. Time to test your results so far. You will spar with each other. Aizawa said, 𝗧𝗏. If we were to spar anyway, why didn't you tell us so I won't miss up my hands? Jeez. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 thought. Your fights will be determined by the name you pull from the lottery box. Midoriya, come forward. And don't worry, you can go all out. Tiger will be the referee. Aizawa said. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 pulled a little piece of paper. Call the name you pulled. Aizawa said. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 saw the name and he smirked. He, my opponent is Kaken. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 shouted as he looked at Bakugo, the class and 𝐈𝐧𝐭 all thought. 1. It feels like destiny or something. Someone really wants you to beat me. Not that it will happen. Bakugo mocked. 3. The two students took their fighting stances. Fight. Tiger said. The two run through each other, but before they do anything, a blue fire made its appearance in the forest. The two stopped. What the? Bakugo said. A fire. 𝐈𝐧𝐭. 2. Then a villain with a black spiky hair and burns in his body appeared. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't want to ruin anything, but we have some business here. The villain said. Who are you? Izuku asked. You can call me 𝗬𝗵𝗿, he said, and then a few other villains appeared from behind him. A blonde schoolgirl with knives, a black Deadpool suit man, a reptile and a magician. We are coming from the League of Villains. 𝗬𝗵𝗿 said. Shigaraki and Kurogiri appeared. Nice to see you again, Midoriya. Sorry for coming earlier than anticipated, but I think you have made your decision. What's your answer? Shigaraki said. What is he talking about, Midoriya? Kirishima asked. I have been thinking it about the whole week, every single minute. Izuku said in a mocking tone. My answer is, no f yourself HNDJB. He finished. 2. Shigaraki then took his hand out of his face, and he had a face like he was expecting it. Oh, then you don't mind if I give you a gift? 𝗬𝗵𝗿. Shigaraki said, and 𝗬𝗵𝗿 threw a plastic bag. What's in the inside? Izuku said. Nothing to kill any of you. At least not physically. Shigaraki said. Izuku looked in the inside and he was shocked at what he saw. This has to be a joke. It's a thing joke. Izuku shouted. Why don't try to call then? Shigaraki mocked. 5. Izuku called, but the ringtone was heard from Shigaraki. That's a nice nickname. 𝐈𝐧𝐿. Your mother should have loved you so much. It's a shame you didn't become cooperative. Shigaraki said. 2. Izuku dropped his phone. No. Mother, no. No. Izuku shouted, desperate and sad. I told you that there would be consequences. Even worse than killing you. The class was shocked. 𝐈𝐧𝐭 went by Izuku's side. Hey, kid. Stay with us. Kid. Midoriya. 𝐈𝐧𝐭 was shouting. Izuku didn't listen. He was looking like a psycho who has escaped an asylum. Kid 𝐒𝐻𝐢𝐵 got punched by Izuku. 8. Time to meet your maker, Tomura. Izuku said. 5. Oops. Someone is angry. Get him. Shigaraki said. Compress and Spinner attacked only to get stomped to the ground by Izuku. What the hell? Wasn't he supposed to be quirkless? What is this power? Spinner said. Uraraka and Todoroki run to calm down Izuku, only for Izuku to go running through the villains. Come here, you coward freak 𝗵𝗃. Izuku shouted. 2. Yorozu created a mini GPS and she threw it to Izuku's shirt. Kurogiri, we're leaving. Can you take Compress and Spinner, too? Shigaraki said. Yes, Tomura. Kurogiri said, and he took all of them. Izuku managed to enter the gate in time to follow the villain. Sir, I threw a GPS to Midoriya. We can see the location to my phone. Yorozu said. Good job. 𝐈𝐧𝐭 said, and he called All Might. All Might. Go to the location I will send you with any hero you have available. Midoriya is there with the League of Villains. The boy's mother is dead and he followed them to kill them. Hurry. 𝐈𝐧𝐭 said. 3. What's the matter, All Might? Nezu asked. Give me the heroes from UA. We need to hurry. Call Endeavor too. Tell him to go to that location. All Might said while writing the location to Nezu. We don't have much time. Tell them all to come there. I'll go first to win some time. All Might said while he rushed as fast as he could. Welcome to our hideout, Midoriya. We will have so much fun here. Shigaraki said. Time to die, 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏. Izuku said with an angry tone. 1. All Might was 3 minutes away from League's hideout. I have to hurry. Please survive until then, young Midoriya. You think you can win, Midoriya? Inside this bar, we are 7 and you are 1 quirkless kid. Shigaraki said. That quirkless kid is gonna send you to hell. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said angry as he walked to Shigaraki. Compress went to hit him but 𝗧𝗂𝐿 punched him in the gut. Spinner tried next only to have his head smashed to a table. Toga went next with her knives. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 let her give him one scar in the chest. If I wasn't being used to pain, that would hurt a lot. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said and he used his knee to her gut causing Toga to spit blood out of her mouth. Twice used many of his clones only to get all destroyed by 𝗧𝗂𝐿's rage. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 then knocked out the real one. 𝗧𝗵𝗃. Shigaraki said. Your fight, not mine. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said. 25 th whatever. Shigaraki said and he walked to 𝗧𝗂𝐿. The two catched each other's hands. You better leave my hands or you will not have hands in a minute. Shigaraki said sure for his victory. Sure, after I break your fingers. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said and he rotated his hands by 90 degrees and he broke 8 of the 10 Shigaraki's fingers. 2 Shigaraki was screaming in pain. 𝗧𝗵𝗃. Kill him. Shigaraki screamed. Okay, my turn I guess. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said and he used his fire. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 got burned a little to his hands because he covered his face. SHT. They're hotter than Todoroki's, 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. Todoroki's? You mean Shoto from the sports festival. He is just a hybrid tool of endeavors. I have pure fire. Of course it would be hotter. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said. Before 𝗧𝗵𝗃 uses his next fire. All Might broke the wall and he appeared. Young Midoriya, he shouted and he protected 𝗧𝗂𝐿 from 𝗧𝗵𝗃's attack. Oh, that's interesting. The number one hero in front of me. It's a shame I'm no much for you. Kurogiri, maybe we should all leave. I'm afraid you have to leave someone here. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said. Kurogiri opened the portal and he left with Shigaraki, 𝗧𝗵𝗃, Toga, and twice. One 𝗧𝗃. They left, but at least you are okay. All Might said to Midoriya. I don't know if I have to get angry for interfering my fight or if I have to thank you for saving my life from his fire. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said half raged half happy. Young Midoriya, these two guys and the others who were knocked out and were bleeding. Did you do this to them? All Might asked. Yes. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said and he fell on his knees. He started to cry. They killed her, All Might. They killed my mother. And they got away. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 said. All Might knelt down to 𝗧𝗂𝐿 and he hugged him. I know how hard it is to have a dear person to be taken away. I know. They took someone from me, too. But no matter how much angry we are with them, we will not kill. We will defeat them, but not kill them. All Might said and then he asked 𝗧𝗂𝐿 a question. To young Midoriya, do you have anywhere else to go to stay? If you don't, you can stay with me. All Might said. 𝗧𝗂𝐿 looked surprised at All Might. He smiled. I would be glad, he answered. All Might smiled and then he looked at the two knocked out villains. He really defeated all these villains by himself only by anger. That kid is a beast. Imagine if he had a quirk. No. He is that strong because he is quirkless. He really has potential. All Might thought. The rest of the heroes arrived and they arrested Compress and Spinner. If I see that kid again I'll kill him. Shigaraki said. Stay still, Tomura. I can't tie the bandages. Kurogiri said. He is really capable to defeat almost all of you here. It seems we will need some assistance. Until then I will send someone to play with young Midoriya. All for One said with a smirk. 𝗧𝗵𝗃, I want you to find that guy. All for One said and he gave 𝗧𝗵𝗃 a photo. Here. This will be interesting. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said when he saw the photo. After 3 days 𝗧𝗵𝗃 went to a bar and he approached a hooded man. I didn't expect to find you so soon. All for One has a job for you. And he pays a lot. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said. Deal. Who's the target? The hooded man said. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 gave to the man a photo. This student of UA is your target. Izuku Midoriya. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said. He. The quirkless kid from the sports festival, here. This will be fun. The man said. All for One pays if you get the job done in 1 week or earlier. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said. I will get the job done. Don't worry. I never failed a job. The man said and he left. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 then smirked. I think this will be your hardest job you've ever had. Muscular. 15. It's been 2 days since 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐲 𝐔𝐻𝐼𝐲's death. It was the day of the funeral. After it was over, Izuku was waiting for All Might to take him to his dorm at UA. All Might arrived. Ready to go, young Midoriya? All Might asked. Yeah. Izuku replied. Another car stopped and a man appeared. He walked to Izuku. Izuku, you've grown. I didn't want to see you for the first time in 15 years under those circumstances, though. The man said. Who are you? Izuku asked. Well, you don't remember me. I'm Hisoshi Midoriya, your father. The man said, and Izuku and All Might were shocked. 13. Here's my license, in case you think I lie. Hisoshi said as he gave the card. Izuku looked at the card and then he punched him. 3. Why are you here after so many years? Izuku said. 2. We can talk about everything. Why not go to a cafeteria or something? Hisoshi said. Izuku looked at his father. Under one condition. He is coming with us. Izuku said, and he pointed at All Might. Sure, but who is he? Hisoshi asked. Don't shout or anything. He is All Might. Izuku whispered the last phrase. What dash? All Might? Hisoshi asked, surprise as lower as he could. Indeed, I am. Shall we go? All Might said. The three sat into a cafeteria. So, how was your life in my absence? Hisoshi said. Awful. Izuku said monotoned. You're in high school, right? In which school are you? Hisoshi asked. UA, hero course. Izuku answered. Hisoshi was surprised and he smiled. Is it hard? For being quirkless, I mean. Hisoshi said. It's hell, that single word destroyed my whole life. And you were having fun in America. Izuku said. Hisoshi sighed. Your mother never told you about me, didn't she? Hisoshi said. Not a single thing. I'm gonna ask again. Why have you come back after all these years? Izuku said. For 2 reasons. First, your mother's funeral. But it seems I was late. Hisoshi said with a sad look in his eyes. I love your mother, and I love you too, son. I wasn't the father of the year, but I always tried to support you. I was giving money to your mother. I'm working there as a hero. But I couldn't take you with me. America's crime rate was higher than Japan's at the time. That brings me to the second reason I came here. Hisoshi said. 1. America's crime rate has fallen. With 𝐒𝐭𝐚𝐲's death, I was wondering where you would go. I thought it would be a good idea of taking you with to America. Since you told me you had an awful life, it was easier to tell you that. I will take you in America, but only if you really want it. What do you say? Hisoshi ended. 5. Father. I was bullied for my whole life for being quirkless. My life scared. I really wanted to die. But 1.5 years ago, I had an accident. That accident changed me a little bit and I saw life from a different point of view. I want to become the first quirkless hero. To answer your question, I plan to stay in Japan. Izuku said. If that's what you want, I will respect it. But where will you stay? Hisoshi asked. I can answer that. All Might said. At UA we have dorms. And I offered myself to have young Izuku stay with me until he graduates from UA. If you allow it, let me become young Izuku's guardian. All Might said. If that's what Izuku wants, it's fine. Hisoshi said. I want it, father. Izuku said. 2. It's settled then. All Might, I want some time alone with Izuku. You know, I want a father-son discussion. Hisoshi said. Young Midoriya, call me when I have to come. All Might said. All right. Izuku said, and All Might left. I won't ask about school since you didn't have the best years. Tell me about UA. Being in a hero course must feel great. I mean, I was there too. Hisoshi said. Well, not much. The only exciting times are when we have practical exercises. Izuku said. Exactly, that's what I was thinking too in my time. Hisoshi commented. Do you have any friends at UA? Hisoshi asked. Well, kinda. There's only one I would call a friend. That's my class president, Tenya Ida. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. Oh, that's enjoyy's little brother, right? Hisoshi said. Yes. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. You said kinda friends before mentioning Ida. Hisoshi. Oh, well. They're a guy I fought in the sports festival. He is one of the few who won't judge me just because I'm quirkless. I even gained his respect. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. Oh, that's something good. Hisoshi commented. There's another guy there. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏's son. He didn't like that I was in UA because I was quirkless, but after some events we happened to talk a lot. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. First Ida and now 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏's son. Talk about elite. Hisoshi said. And there's a girl. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. Oh. Now it's getting interesting. Hisoshi said with a smirk. We won't hang out that much, but she always gets in my business. She is really nice to me and she didn't mind that I was quirkless. But man, she is a pain in the butt. She even forced me to reveal my past to her. It took her 2 weeks, but geez. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. One ho, little 𝗧𝗍𝐿. You have so much to learn about life. Hisoshi said. Here. What the F are you talking about? 𝗧𝗍𝐿 asked. Even a stupid guy can see that she cares for you. Maybe you should hang out with her more often. Who knows, maybe she likes you. Hisoshi said. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 spat his coffee. What the F, old man? Don't say things like that out of the blue. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. Have you ever saw her as a girl instead of a friend? Hisoshi asked. Here. Of course not. The only thing I am focused on is to become stronger to get the recognition I deserve. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. We have a cocky one here. You want recognition? Then, how about this? At the next sports festival, I will return to Japan. I want you to win the next sports festival. I will come to watch. Hisoshi said. Deal. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said, and they shook their hands. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 called All Might. All Might arrived. 𝗧𝗍𝐿, before you leave, one last thing. Here's my number. Hisoshi said, and he gave 𝗧𝗍𝐿 his phone number. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 gave him his, too. If you need anything, you can always call me. Okay. Hisoshi said. One sure thing. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. See you in a few months. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said as he left with All Might. As Hisoshi was to the airport, he was thinking. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 has really grown up, hasn't he? Inko. One day after 𝗧𝗍𝐿's and Hisoshi's meeting, 𝗧𝗍𝐿 returned to his daily life. He entered the class. The class stayed a little bit silent. They didn't know how to react. Why the long faces? I'm fine. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. Glad to have you back, Midoriya. Kirishima said. That's the spirit. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. The most of the students were kinda surprised. His mother died 3 days ago, but he was the most cheerful of all. And it was the first time they saw him act like this. It's everything all right, Deku? Uraraka asked. Let's say. I had a mental help by someone. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. That's good. We were worried about you. Ida said. Hey nerd. Bakugo said, and he walked to 𝗧𝗍𝐿. They looked at each other and the class was worried about what was going to happen. Welcome back. You better not stay behind. Bakugo said. Sure. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 grinned. Phew, I was worried that something would happen. Uraraka said. Then 𝗧𝗍𝐿 looked at her and he remembered the words Hisoshi told him. Maybe you should hang out more often with her. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 then speaked. Uraraka, Ida. Wanna go out after class? 𝗧𝗍𝐿 asked. Uraraka and Ida were surprised. This was the first time 𝗧𝗍𝐿 asked someone to go out. Sure. I would be glad. Uraraka said. Sorry, I have some family business, so I will pass for today. But feel free to ask me more often. Ida said. Sure. So Uraraka, how about at 𝗧𝗍𝐿 said. Sure. At the UA entrance. Uraraka said. Okay. 𝗧𝗍𝐿 responded. Then Aizawa entered the class and the lessons started. When the class ended, 1.5 hours left until Uraraka called the girls to her room. What did you call us for, Ochiko? Asui asked. I need some help. I will go out with Deku today and I don't know what to wear. 𝐬𝐴 said. Hey, Midoriya is going out with someone. How did you manage that? 𝐒𝐻𝑄 asked. Actually, he asked me and 𝗧𝗏, but 𝗧𝗏 had some family business. That means I'm the only one going. 𝗬𝐴 asked. What? He asked you out. That came out of nowhere. Yororozu said. 3. Let's prepare our little Ochako for that date. Ashido smirked. 28. It's not like that. 𝗬𝗏 said as she blushed. Yeah, whatever. Let's get started. Ashido said. As the girls were helping 𝗬𝗏, Izuku didn't know how to spend his time. He was walking around inside his room. Still 1 hour. How am I going to spend my time? At the most cases everyone would be prepared for the date. Wait, is this a date since it's only the two of us? Izuku was thinking. 2. Then he thought Hisosh's words. Who knows, maybe she likes you. Shut it, old man. There's no way she will like the quirkless boy of the class. There are many better than me. Izuku thought. Izuku sighed. I guess I will get ready since I have nothing better to do. He said. At the time of the meeting Izuku arrived 5 minutes earlier. He had the clothes he has on the cover. Hey, Deku. Am I late? 𝗬𝗏 arrived. Izuku was just staring at her. She was dressed like this. 17 Deku. 𝗬𝗏 asked. 1A. No, you're not late. I just came earlier, that's all. Shall we go? Izuku said. During the date, Izuku was staring at 𝗬𝗏 a lot. They had fun. After 2 hours the two decided to return to UA. How was it? Did you enjoy it? 𝗬𝗏 asked. Well, it wasn't bad. I guess. We should go out again. Izuku answered. Sure. 𝗬𝗏 said. Then a hooded man appeared in front of the two. For a quirkless guy you're sure careless, he said. Who are you? Izuku asked. Oh, yes. Where are my manners? He revealed himself and he was none other than Muscular. I'm Muscular. The League of Villains will pay me a lot to kill you. It seems I have to do an extra job with the girl. Muscular said. For her, like I will let you. Izuku said and he took his fighting stance. Muscular smashed the ground and that caused Izuku and 𝗬𝗏 to get jump away from each other. Muscular then punched Izuku and he knocked him down. Since you are quirkless I will take care of the girl first. Muscular said and he turned around to 𝗬𝗏. 𝗬𝗏 had no choice and she decided to fight head-on. You really try to attack me head-on when you see these muscles. You have guts. Muscular mocked. 3. He punched her and she was knocked down. She got up again. He had grazes in her cheek and she was bleeding near the one eyebrow. Oh, you survived that. I'll give you that. But the second hit will be the last on you. Muscular said, preparing his fist. 𝗬𝗏 couldn't move. Her fear took control over her. Izuku said and he ran to 𝗬𝗏. He managed to push her away from Muscular's punch in time. Unfortunately he got the punch instead. Izuku had his one arm to cover his face, resulting breaking that arm. 4F 𝗬𝗏. Run. Izuku shouted. I can't leave you here. 𝗬𝗏 said. Just do it. Izuku said. No. I won't let you die. 𝗬𝗏 said. 12. That's sweet. Now let's get serious. Muscular said and he punched both of them, knocking them down. You must have a pretty good luck to survive 3 of my attacks. But playtime is over. Time to die. Muscular grabbed Izuku's head. Since you want to die first, you will be first. He said and he smashed him to the ground. Izuku coughed. Muscular punched him 2 or 3 more times. Well, I think that's it for you. Now it's the girl's turn. Muscular turned around but he felt Izuku's hand grabbing his leg. I'm not done. Izuku said. You're not. But I am done. With you. Muscular said and he stepped on Izuku's hand with all of his strength, resulting to break it. Deku. 𝗬𝗏 shouted and she tried to get up from her injuries. Izuku was screaming from the pain. Yes. That's it. The scream of pain. Don't worry, I will end your misery. Muscular said with a smirk. He stomped Izuku's head to the ground and the scream stopped. No! Uraraka shouted. She still couldn't get up. Her foot was injured and she couldn't step to run or even walk. She was moving while she was on the ground using her hands on a very slow 𝐴𝐵. Oops! Someone doesn't like what she sees. Muscular said. Leave him alone. Uraraka shouted. Muscular turned around and knelt down to Uraraka. Or what? Are you gonna kick my butt? Sorry to tell you, but without legs you're doomed. So sit there like a good girl and wait for your turn. He said, and he turned to Izuku again. Stop! Uraraka shouted and Muscular stomped Izuku's head again. Wow! He is still alive after all that. I start to understand why the league hired me for this job. Muscular said. Muscular prepared his foot to stomp him again. Then Muscular got punched by someone. He punched so fast. It's fine now, young students. Because I'm here. It was revealed to be All Might. TCH unlucky. But I will return for the kid. Muscular said, trying to fleet. Oh, no you don't. All Might said, and he punched Muscular. Muscular coughed 𝐵𝐿𝐷. He isn't the #1 hero for nothing. He said. All Might immediately punched him again and he got knocked out. It's over for you. All Might said. Izuku's head was covered by 𝐵𝐿𝐷. He had an injury from the stomp. One Uraraka managed to reach him. She couldn't get up but she could use her knees to stand. And that's what she did. Deku! Deku! Stay with us. Don't die on me. Izuku! She started to shout. Shut up. You're too loud. Izuku said as he regained his consciousness. 7 You're alive, she hugged him. It hurts. Izuku said. Sorry. But you're alive. How? You have a broken arm, a broken hand and an injured head. Uraraka said. 6 Like I would die from that. Remember. I will become the #1 hero. Izuku said. For after a couple of minutes Izuku was transferred to the UA infirmary. Recovery girl managed to heal him with great success. After that Izuku returned to his daily life. But this time he returned to his usual self. Training all day after class. 1 week passed like that. Last day before summer break. It was All Might's class now. Today we will have 1 versus 1 battles. Since it's the last day before summer break, don't be afraid to go all out. All Might said. Hey, 𝐸𝐸 is Deku alright? He is silent the whole week and he won't talk to anyone. Uraraka whispered to 𝐸𝐸. I can't talk to him either. He's been hitting trees all day. I interrupted him only once and he was ready to throw a broken piece of a tree to me. I thought it had something to do with the attack when you were out, so I thought you would know better. 𝐸𝐸 said. I thought he was fine but even now he is silent. Uraraka said. Everyone had their hero suit and Izuku had his classic black hoodie and his gym trousers. The first fight will be Soto versus Midoriya. The 2 students prepared themselves. Hey, Soto. How strong your sugar makes you? Izuku asked. 5-fold for 3 minutes. Soto answered. Great. Double the amount. I want to face you 10-fold for 6 minutes. Izuku said. Soto was surprised. Well, since it's the last day before summer break I wouldn't mind. Soto said and he ate the double amount of sugar. I have a bad feeling about this. Bakugo said. What do you mean? Todoroki asked. Deku, he didn't even took his fighting stance. He has his hands in his pockets. And the aura around him has changed. It seems more dark. Bakugo explained. Uraraka then realized something. Oh no. If it's what I think, then Soto has no chance. Uraraka said. What do you mean, Ochiko? Asui asked. The attack by this muscle villain. It made Izuku think he is weak. And now he wants to see his 1 week progress. He planned to go all out to the point of knocking Soto out really hard. Uraraka explained. So that means that Midoriya will become brutal in this fight. Kirishima said. Yes. Uraraka said. All Might then speaked through the microphone. Ready. Start. With All Might signal, 𝗧𝗏 run through 𝗧𝗏 and he punched him. 𝗧𝗏 wasn't even fazed. What? 𝗧𝗏 wondered. Is that all? 𝗧𝗏 said, and he kicked 𝗧𝗏 away. He took his hands out of his pockets. He punched 𝗧𝗏 one time. Heh, that's not enough to take me down. 𝗧𝗏 said. I know, but this will be. 𝗧𝗏 said, and he unleashed a powerful punch to 𝗧𝗏's gut. 𝗧𝗏 spat some blood from his mouth. The students were terrified. All Might. Maybe he overdid it there. Kaminari said. Young Midoriya, you must be more careful on how much power you use to your classmates. All Might said. Wait. I thought you said to not hold back. 𝗧𝗏 talked back. One indeed, I said it. But don't go this far to cause your classmates bleed. Oh. The last time we did fight with each other in an exercise, I got burns in my hands from Kakin. That's fine, but a little blood is not. 𝗧𝗏 said. I get what you mean, Midoriya. I just told you to not go too far. For now you may continue. All Might said. 𝗧𝗏 turned to 𝗧𝗏 as he was trying to recover from the punch. Get up. I know you can do more than that. Except if you're weak. 𝗧𝗏 said. I'm not weak. 𝗧𝗏 said. Then get up. 𝗧𝗏 said, and he kicked him to the stomach while 𝗧𝗏 was down. You still have around 3 minutes. You better get up before time's up. 𝗧𝗏 said. 𝗧𝗏 couldn't get up. The strikes from 𝗧𝗏 were strong. You look frustrated. Why? Because a quirkless guy took you down. Life hurts. I already told you all. You are just stepping stones for me. 𝗧𝗏 said as he knelt down to 𝗧𝗏's level. 𝐒𝐩𝐢𝐵 tried to say, but 𝗧𝗏 punched him. What was that? You tried to say you give up. What kind of a hero gives up? Totally fake. 𝗧𝗏 said. Look who's talking about fake heroes. 𝗧𝗏 said. Hey. 𝗧𝗏 responded. What kind of hero humiliates his opponent during battle? Not even Endeavor doesn't do that. 𝗧𝗏 said. 9. 𝗧𝗏 got angry. You were supposed to have more 2 minutes. But now. Time's up. 𝗧𝗏 said, and he punched 𝗧𝗏. 𝗧𝗏 fell unconscious. He carried him to the observation room where the others were. Young Midoriya, you know heroes don't act like you did there. All Might said. Whatever. 𝗧𝗏 responded, and he left. The class ended, and Ida with Uraraka approached 𝗧𝗏, who was resting to the roof of the dorm. Midoriya, I think we don't need to tell you why we're here. Ida said. What? Are you gonna scold me about what happened in class, too? 𝗧𝗏 said with a dark tone. Kinda. Your whole attitude in the last week. It couldn't be just the fight you got with Muscular, right? Uraraka said. No. It was the fight with Muscular. This guy reminded me my primary target. To become the top hero. To become the strongest in UA and in the whole Japan. 𝗧𝗏 said calmly. You can still do that, but you don't need to have that attitude towards the others. You're a good person, Deku. Uraraka said. Negative thoughts, anger, hate. They all bring you power. Unlimited power. And since God never gave me a quirk, I will take the power I need by myself. 𝗧𝗏 said. 18. Midoriya, what you say isn't clearly wrong. All of these things you mentioned give you so much power. But what's the exchange? You lose yourself. You get completely blind by this power. Have you ever watched Star Wars? In the prequel series we see the origins of the main villain. He started just like you. Ida said. 13. So, you compare me with some movie character? 𝗧𝗏 said. Yes. He is just like you. Driven to the dark side in search of power. And all that because of fear and pain. Ida said. Here. 𝗧𝗏 responded. You think I wouldn't find out? Since the first day at UA, I knew. I had a friend at your school. When I told him I had a quirkless kid in my class, he was surprised that you even made it. He told me your whole story. Since you wouldn't talk about it, I wouldn't ask. Ida said, and he continued. Then you got your mother's death, then you're being targeted by the League of Villains. After all these, everyone would search power just like you. But even if you need negative feelings to achieve that, a hero never uses them to others. Do you want my opinion? What you did there? Only a villain would do that. Ida finished. Izuku then lowered his head. So, you call me a villain? That's fine by me. Izuku said. Uraraka and Ida were surprised. A hero just said he is fine being called a villain. If I must become a villain to rise at the top, so be it. As long as I become strong, I will do anything. Izuku said. 14 Uraraka slapped him. 8 I don't believe you. Of all people you were the last person I expected to hear that from. Uraraka said, and she left running in tears. Midoriya, there's always another way. Always. You just haven't found it yet. But don't dare to accept being a villain. I will remind you something and I will leave you alone. A hero's priority is to make people happy and save them from bad situations. Think about it. Ida said, and he left too. 6 Uraraka was under the tree and she was crying. All Might happened to pass from there. 1 Young Uraraka, what's the matter? All Might said. Uraraka looked at All Might. All Might. Oh, it's nothing. Uraraka said. I wouldn't consider it as nothing compared to what I saw. It's about young Midoriya, right? All Might said. Uraraka nodded. Tell me what happened. I can talk to him. All Might said. Izuku was walking around the city. He returned to All Might's house due to the summer break. When he entered he saw All Might in his true form and he had a serious look on his face. Oh, you finally came. Sit down. We need to talk. Izuku sat down to the sofa. It's about today, isn't it? Izuku told to All Might. Kinda. It's for something that happened today but it's not for the battle training. All Might said. I happened to find young Uraraka crying. I asked what happened. She denied it at first but after I understood it was about you, she told me everything. He continued. So what? Izuku asked. I will not tell you who you must become since I'm not your father. But heroes are supposed to make the others happy, not give them negative feelings. All Might said and he got up to go to his room. 7 and something else. During your summer break I will have to leave. I have left you some money at the table. Use them carefully so you can have for the whole week. You have the whole apartment yours. All Might said. Won't I see you in morning? Izuku asked. No. I will leave early tomorrow. During this week you can think about what your friends and I told you. If you don't know what to do, you can always call you father too. Good night. All Might said and he went to his room. At the week of summer break Izuku was training as usual but he was thinking about everything that had happened. Still, he was so hungry for power. All Might's last words were stuck in his head. The week passed quickly for Izuku like he never had a summer break. All Might had returned at the last day. The next day All Might got up. Izuku was sitting on the sofa with his casual clothes. Did you forget your uniform at UA? All Might asked. No. I'm not coming today. Izuku said. Here. Why? All Might asked. I have to think. To make a decision. If you understand what I mean, then you wouldn't mind to go without me. Izuku said. For All Might smiled. All right. You can stay here today. But no skipping tomorrow. All Might said. Sure. Bye. Izuku said. When the door was closed by All Might, Izuku took out his phone. Maybe I should make a call. Izuku said. After 1 or 2 hours Izuku called Hisoshi. Phone call Hisoshi. Hello. Izuku. Hey, old man. It's Izuku. Hisoshi. What's up, son? You called earlier than I anticipated. Izuku. Yeah, I want to talk to you about something. Hisoshi. Sure. During the call All Might arrived to class. Good morning, class. All Might greeted. Excuse me, where's Deku? Uraraka asked. It was known to everyone in the class that Izuku was staying to All Might's. He is fine. He is perfectly fine. All Might said with a weird expression on his muscle form. Yep, something's happened. Most of the students thought. TCH. What's the nerd is up to? Bakugo thought. Return to Izuku and Hisoshi's call after Izuku explained the situation. Hisoshi: wow. I'm amazed. My son would get into that situation. Talk about nuts. Izuku: geez, old man. I'm serious. Hisoshi: alright. You are free to take what path you really want. You can either become a hero with a villainous attitude and face the consequences. Or you can become a hero who saves people's smiles and he is loved and respected by everyone. There are only those two paths. You choose. Izuku stayed silent. Hisoshi: if you don't call me until I return, I can't wait to see what path will you choose. Izuku: thanks. Bye. Phone call ended. Izuku looked at the view of the neighborhood from his window. Two paths here. I prefer to create a third path, old man. Izuku said with a smile. All Might returned after his classes. How was your day, young Midoriya? All Might asked. Good. I guess. Izuku said. All Might, can you take me at the UA dorms? Izuku asked. Now? All Might asked, surprised. Yes, please. I finally found a solution. Izuku said. All Might smiled. He took him to UA. Izuku entered the dorm with a backpack. He entered at the lobby and he saw everyone there. When the door opened, everyone looked at him. The looks in most of the students weren't the most happier. Izuku then walked to Soto. Hey, Soto. Izuku. He bowed. I'm sorry about what I did last week in the training. He then walked to the stairs to go to his room and he stopped midway. The class was surprised by what they saw. Uraraka, Ida. Come in my room later. Izuku said. After some time, Uraraka and Ida met Izuku in his room. It is good to have you back, Midoriya. Ida said. Izuku put his hand on Ida's shoulder. I thought about your advice. What you said at the roof. Izuku said. Then he looked at Uraraka and he hugged her. I'm sorry I made you sad. I learnt from All Might. He told me you were crying. A hero wouldn't cause a person cry out of sadness, right? Izuku said. Uraraka hugged him back. Glad to have you back. Izuku. Uraraka said. What changed your mind? I am really curious. Ida. Well, someone special to me told me this. There are two paths. Become a villainous hero and face the consequences, or become a loved and respected hero who saves everyone. But I decided to create a third path. Izuku explained. And what is this third path? Bakugo asked while he entered the room. So you eavesdropping now? Izuku said. Not my fault you didn't close the door. You're lucky I am the only one who heard you, nerd. He explained while closing the door. So, what is your third path? Uraraka asked. Become a hero who saves everyone and gain respect and love, while I will become a villain to villains. Izuku said. 3 sounds like you. But that's my path, nerd. Bakugo said with a grin. This third path is my ticket to the hero world. This is my redemption. 2 months have passed since Izuku's decision to follow his path. No major event had happened and it was finally time for what Class 1A was waiting for. The provisional license exam. Good morning, class. Aizawa greeted tired as he entered the class. Good morning. The class greeted. I have an announcement. In 2 weeks from now, you will take your provisional hero license exams. Aizawa announced. The class got excited. However, I must inform you that this exam is harder than you think. Every year we have around 30% of the whole participants to succeed. We want to avoid that. In the 2 weeks you have on your time, you will create your special and ultimate moves. Aizawa said. The class got even more excited when they heard that they will create their own special moves. Izuku then raised his hand. Sensei, there's a problem. Izuku said. What is it, Midoriya? Aizawa asked. Since I am quirkless, what kind of special moves am I going to create? I'm sure it won't be some strong punch or a strong kick, right? Izuku explained. Actually, I have found a solution for that. You will be training with All Might for the next 2 weeks. You will train all day, based on All Might. Aizawa said. 1. I'm doomed. Izuku thought. 6. Izuku met All Might at the UA entrance. So, what's the deal with the training? Izuku asked All Might. You will see. For now, follow me. All Might said. The two arrived to a beach full of trash. 5. What is this place? Izuku asked. This is the Takoba Municipal Beach Park. I want you to clean the park in the next 2 weeks. All Might said. What? You're kidding. There's no way to clean it in time. Izuku said. A bomb will explode at a bank with 2 hostages in 1 minute, but you need 2 minutes to enter. You will turn your back on them because you'll be out of time. All Might asked. 2. Izuku realized the meaning behind All Might's words. TCH. You won. You want the beach park to get cleaned in 2 weeks. You will get it. Izuku said, and he started. Every day, for the next 2 weeks, Izuku did nothing more than cleaning the beach park. One day before the license exam, All Might arrived to the beach and all he saw was a full clean beach and an exhausted Izuku screaming for his achievement. What the hell, young man? You actually did it. All Might yelled. 8. Maybe you could carry me to UA. I'm exhausted as F. The exam is tomorrow, right? Izuku said. All Might carried him to UA. Izuku entered the dorm. Many were in the lobby. Kirishima saw Izuku and he was the first one to greet him. Hey, Midoriya. How was your training? Kirishima asked. I need a shower and a good rest. All I did was cleaning a beach park. Izuku said and he left to his room. Wait. Look at the news. They're talking about a beach park. Ida said. The students saw the news. News reporter. The government will open the Takoba Municipal Beach Park. It is still unknown who cleaned the beach. The students realized that the one who cleaned the beach was Izuku. 𝗬𝗪 Kaminari said. That guy is a beast. He actually managed to clean that beach all by himself. Kirishima said. The next day the students and Aizawa arrived to the National Takoba Arena for the license exam. The first test was about to start. The rules were simple. Each student will have 6 ball and 3 exposed targets in the area. All they had to do is to eliminate 2 participants before running out of ball. 7. When the test started, Izuku was waiting to find an exhausted target. He managed to find 2 of them. He eliminated them and he was the 5th of the 100 who would pass the first test, and he was the first from UA. On his way to the waiting lobby he saw 2 students from Shinketsu High School. He saw a boy with a hat and a burgundy suit, and a girl with the same hat and a black catsuit. The boy approached Izuku. Hey, you're from UA, right? The boy said. Yes. That hat is from Shinketsu, right? Izuku asked. Yes. My name is Inasa Yorashi. Inasa said as he introduced himself. Izuku Midoriya. I saw you unleashing a big tornado. You have an air quirk, aren't you? Izuku said. 1. Yes. I can do anything if it's about controlling wind. What your quirk? Inasa asked. None. I'm quirkless. Izuku said. Wait, you're quirkless. And you passed 5th in the exam. That's awesome. Inasa said. Izuku was surprised. He expected to get flamed on how weak he was. But it was the opposite. He got praised for his achievement. So you're planning to become the first quirkless hero? Inasa asked. Yes. Izuku said. Well then. Good luck. Inasa said with a serious look. I'm not underestimating you, but I have to be honest with you. The chances of quirkless guys to pass the exam are -0. Inasa said. All of you thought the same the first time. I don't blame you. But many of them changed their minds. And guess what? You're next. As Izuku was waiting for the first test, he saw all of his classmates enter the locker room. So we all passed the first exam, here. Izuku said. Dude, you passed too. Uraraka said. So you made it, nerd. Bakugo said, looking with a serious look. Of course I made it. I got bored waiting. When I came here there were only 3 to 4 guys waiting. Izuku said. Wait. Did you actually finish that early? Kirishima asked. Of course he did. He even declared to make me the next person to acknowledge him. Inasa said, who unintentionally heard them talking. Who are you? Todoroki asked. I'm Inasa Yorashi from Shinketsu High School. Nice to meet you, 𝗵𝗲𝗏's son. Inasa said. So you know me? Todoroki said. For I saw you in the sports festival. And you have the same look in your eyes like 𝗵𝗲𝗏. Inasa said. Then the alarm sounded and the second and final test was about to start. They had to act as heroes and conduct rescue operations. Everywhere in the stadium there were civilians who acted to be caught in a terrorist attack. The civilians would judge how worthy the one who rescued them is, and they would reduce points with every mistake they made. Every student would start with 100 points. To pass the exam they had to end with at least 50 points. If they were below 50 they would fail. The test started. Class 1A stick together and Izuku found an old man who had an injured leg and he couldn't walk. What do we have here? An injured leg, here. Izuku said as he examined the body. Izuku carried him to the point where the examinees had to take the civilians. Everything was fine until 𝗓𝗄𝐽𝐻 entered the stadium with many men. They pretended to be a villain attack. Some of the hero candidates gathered to fight them in the front lines. Two of them were Todoroki and Inasa. During the fight the two were arguing. Izuku ignored them and he yelled, 𝗓𝗄𝐻! Fight me! Izuku shouted. The rest of his class understood that he was the diversion so they can get the civilians to safety, and the number 10 hero understood that. Well done, 𝗓𝗄𝐻 thought. The two started a fist fight and they seemed to be equal. But 𝗓𝗄𝐻 used hypersonic waves as assistance, but Izuku wasn't knocked back. He managed to hold on his feet. 𝗓𝗄𝐻 was impressed. What's your name, hero? 𝗓𝗄𝐻 asked. Izuku looked at 𝗄𝐻. I'm the symbol of hope, the quirkless hero. Deku. Izuku said. Too, I'm honored to fight you. 𝗓𝗄𝐻 said, and they continued to fist fight. Todoroki and Inasa finally stopped to argue with each other and they decided to work together to defeat 𝗓𝗄𝐻, but they saw the intense and epic fight of 𝗓𝗄𝐻 and Izuku. They couldn't help but they could only watch them. Izuku was equal to the number 10 hero. That's not something you see every day. The whole stadium was watching the fight. This kid is doing really well. What the hell did you make him do during these 2 weeks, All Might? Aizawa wondered as he watched too. For after 2 minutes of pure fighting Izuku dodged and attacked and he used it to his advantage. He went behind 𝗓𝗄𝐻 and he grabbed his waist. Then he launched a German suplex to pin him down. For the stadium was shocked. The amount of power to lift 𝗓𝗄𝐻 was too much for someone to handle and he just defeated him. Izuku got up. Villain arrested, he said as he raised his right hand with a form fist like All Might does. The end of the second part of the exam was announced with the defeat of 𝗓𝗄𝐻. He just defeated the number 10 hero. Kaminari said. Amazing. Kirishima yelled. Good job, Deku. Uraraka said. Thanks. Izuku said. Then Uraraka started to clap her hands. Then Todoroki and Ida did the same. Then almost the whole stadium was clapping. Inasa approached Izuku. I have to admit, I got surprised. You weren't joking at the locker room. I'm looking forward to see how far can you reach. Inasa said. Then the results were announced. Everyone from Class 1A passed except Todoroki. Izuku has finished with 92 points, resulting to be the second in ranking. Yorozu was first with 95 points. Wow! Amazing, Deku! You got 92 points. You can finally start your dream. Uraraka said. You too. 74 points aren't bad. Good job. Izuku said. Oh. Someone is not that happy. Kirishima said as he pointed at Bakugo. He passed but he was at the deadline. Only 50 points. Damn it. Bakugo said. One chill man. You passed. You are finally an official hero. Kaminari said. Geez. Some things never change, here. Zero commented. Izuku was smiling. I finally made it, mother. I am finally an official hero. Watch me from up there. Izuku thought. For somewhere else Shigaraki was standing in one of his many hideouts and he was facing a man with a bird mask. 1. So, what do you want from us, 𝗏𝗏? 18 𝗏𝗏 was looking at Shigaraki. I think you already know what I want, Shigaraki. I want to join forces with you. It would have been better if the League had more cards in their hands. My 8 precepts of death would be a good choice. 𝗏𝗏 explained to Shigaraki. You want to join? Prove me your strength. Magna, kill him. Shigaraki said. Magna charged and 𝗏𝗏 put off one of his gloves. He touched Magna and he blew her up with the power of his quirk. 2. The League was shocked. Now you see what happens if you try to fight me. If 𝗏𝗏 wasn't your leader, I would have taken control of your league already. But since I can't defeat 𝗏𝗏, I'm only asking to join forces. 𝗏𝗏 said. With the exception of Shigaraki and 𝗧𝗵𝗵, everyone was looking with 𝗏𝗏 with fear. We should let him join us. He will be useful. 𝗧𝗵𝗵 said to Shigaraki. We don't have a choice anyway. Even if MSTR kills him, he will destroy the whole league before he arrives. Fine. You can join us. Here's your first job. I want you to gather information about the UA students who are in the hero course. We had a betrayal by a student who was our informant. Shigaraki said. Deal. In 3 weeks I will have everything you need. 𝗏𝗏 said and he left with his minions. Then 𝗏𝗏 appeared from the shadows. As time passes you become better at negotiations, 𝗏𝗵𝗲. But you still have a long way to go. 𝗏𝗏 said. We will get them, MSTR. All of them. The 8 precepts of death, Izuku Midoriya, the UA, the heroes. All of them. There will be not a single one left. Shigaraki said with a smirk on his face. 2 days later Izuku and his class returned to their lessons. The rumors about Gang Orca being defeated by a quirkless teenager spread quickly. Good morning, class. Congratulations on those who took their provisional licenses. You now can work as official heroes. And I say this because after 1 week, you will work on your first internships as heroes for 2 weeks. Aizawa announced. The students got excited. However, it will not be like the internship you had the other time. This time you will choose where you want to go. You will go to the agency you want with a 2-week contract paper I will give you. If the hero you choose signs this, then your internship is official. Aizawa continued. To get an idea of what an internship can offer you, I called here those 3. Aizawa said. 2 boys and 1 girl entered the class. A blonde boy, a light blue-haired girl and a black-haired boy. These are the top students in UA at the moment, the big 3. Aizawa said. The black-haired boy was going to talk but he was shy. I am not for this stuff. He said in a low tone so only the other 2 will listen to him. I am Nejiya Hado. This boy here is Tamaki Imagiki, he is a little shy. The blue-haired girl said. Then she started to ask rapid questions one after another. Then the blonde boy stepped forward. I'm Tagata Mirio. I am not the one who can explain with words. How about you all fight against me at the gym after classes? Mirio asked. Since it's after the classes it's fine by me. But don't overdo it, Tagata. You just have to show them the experience you got from your internships. Aizawa warned. It's fine. Mirio said. The rumors spread fast in UA about the match. After class, the gym was full of students who wanted to see Mirio's fight against Class 1A, with the exception of Todoroki who didn't want to participate due to his failure to take his provisional license. I hope you're ready for this. Who's first? Mirio said. Izuku took his fighting stance. Anytime. He said. Sure. After I take the long-range ones. Mirio said and he used his quirk to get behind of them and he took down half of the class. The only ones left standing were Izuku, Ida, Uraraka, Kirishima, Soto, Ojiro and Bakugo. Let's see. Who's next? Mirio said and he knocked out everyone except of Izuku and Bakugo. It's only me and Deku left. Bakugo said. You're next. Mirio said while attacking but Bakugo used his explosion to dodge. Izuku was watching. There has to be some weakness. Or something to counter him. What is it? Izuku thought. Hey nerd. Maybe do something. Bakugo yelled. I thought you don't need a quirkless guy to help you. Izuku said. Then many of the students who were spectating were whispering about the gang orca rumors. Quirkless. Here. Mirio got serious and he defeated Bakugo. Only Izuku was left. You must be the kid who defeated Gang Orca. I don't know anyone else who is in a hero school and he is quirkless. Don't hold back. Mirio said as he turned around to Izuku. Bring it. Izuku said. Mirio used his quirk and he appeared behind Izuku. Yeah, sure. Izuku said. He jumped back to dodge Mirio's attack. For the next 2 minutes Izuku was dodging all of Mirio's attacks. The students were all surprised he survived against Mirio for 2 minutes. You've got some skill, I give you that. But if you keep on defense I will get you sooner or later. Mirio said. There's no way. I saw how you countered Kaken. His explosions went through you. It's the same with my fists, right? Izuku said. Wow. You figured it out. I'm impressed. But everyone has a weakness. Mirio said and he charged. For example, your only weakness is that you don't have a quirk. Mirio said and he reached Izuku faster than earlier. Izuku crouched and he grabbed Mirio's one leg to throw him down. Unfortunately Mirio launched a headlock and punched Izuku to the stomach at the same time and the two fell to the ground. That was a good fight. I can see why you defeated Gang Orca. Mirio whispered to Izuku. The crowd of students started to disappear from the moment the fight was over. Then only the big three and Class 1A remained. Since your classmate here is at the level of someone experienced in fight, I won't say much. Train, hard work, progress. The internships you're going to choose will help you to that. But they will help in your heroic abilities too, not only combat. You can follow Midoriya's example. Good luck on your internships. Mirio said and the big three left. Uraraka ran to Izuku. Deku. Are you alright? She shouted. To hell no. This guy got me. And for 1 second I really thought I had him. Izuku said while he had his hand at his stomach. That was 𝗵𝗲 Midoriya. You almost had him. Kirishima said. Thanks. He is very strong. And I understood something that may sound weird. It's not his quirk who made his that strong. It was his experience and his training. He is saying that if we choose wisely we can become as strong as him. Izuku explained. Plus that's sick. Kaminari said. After that Izuku went to All Might. Hello, young Midoriya. You came about the internship, did you? All Might asked. Yes. Time for me to meet the second hero who offered after the sports festival. 𝗧𝗪𝐿. Actually I told him to come here to meet you. All Might said. How long will I wait? Izuku asked. I don't know. You can go to the dorms and I will call you when he comes. All Might said. Izuku went to his dorm room and he slept. After 20 minutes All Might called him. He is here. All Might said through the phone. On my way. Izuku said and he prepared to meet All Might and 𝗧𝗪𝐿. After he woke up he went to the lobby. Most of the students were there. Hey, Midoriya. Ida greeted. Hey. Izuku greeted back. Why so hasty? Did something happen? Ida asked. No, it's just about my internship. The hero who I will be in internship is here. I'm going to meet him. Izuku explained. Oh. Do you know who that hero will be? Ida asked. Yes, he is 𝗧𝗪𝐿, Izuku answered and he left. You're kidding, right? Zero asked shocked. Many of the class was shocked. Too. Wow, that guy is sure full of surprises. Ida said. Izuku arrived in All Might's office. He saw All Might and a man with a short brown hair and a purple jacket. Yo. I presume you are Deku, right? The man said. I finally meet you, 𝗧𝗪𝐿, Izuku said. To remind you, 𝗧𝗪𝐿 is an original character. That's how he is. I think I don't have to explain what is my quirk, 𝐸. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 asked 20. I think I don't have to explain what is my quirk, 𝐸. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 asked. One short distance teleportation. I was your fanboy when I was young. 𝐒𝐬𝐽 said. The electricity in the picture appears when he teleports. That's good to hear. Now then, let's go to fight somewhere. I want to see how much you've improved since the sports festival. It was around 7 to 8 months ago. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 said. Fine by me. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said. The three went to ground alpha. I will be the referee. 𝐒𝐽𝐽 said. Ready, start. He continued. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 raged and he unleashed a barrage of punches. Ho! That's some power. But what you miss? Speed. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 said and he teleported behind 𝗧𝗪𝐽. Whatifdekufanfic. He is fast. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 thought. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 managed to block in time but the punch never hit the block. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 teleported again behind him and he punched him. The punch knocked him down. Okay, that's enough. I think you saw his improvement. 𝗎𝐽𝐽 said. In the next 3 weeks we will fix your weaknesses. And I must see your hero abilities too. We're going for patrolling tomorrow at night. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 said. I thought the internship start the next week. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said. Not for you boy. 1 extra week is a lot of time. CYA tomorrow. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 said and he left. Wow. Even with his career-threatening injury he is that fast. He can't use all of his power, though. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 thought. The next day 𝗧𝗪𝐽 found 𝗧𝗪𝐿. Is that your outfit? 4 underground job is perfect but if you plan to become a top hero at least use something to cover your face. It isn't the greatest thing to have reporters chasing you. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 said when he saw 𝗧𝗪𝐽 in a hoodie and casual clothes. I don't think anything special since I'm quirkless. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said. The two started to patrol and they heard some boys in 𝗧𝗪𝐽's age. Please stop it. A boy shouted. Ha! And if we don't stop? You'll do nothing. You're useless. Another boy said. The two saw 3 boys bullying 1 boy inside an alley. That's an easy one. Let's see your skills. 𝗧𝗪𝐿 said. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 approached them. What do we got here? 3 boys bullying 1. There has to be a reason behind this. So, why you bully him? 𝗧𝗪𝐽 asked. This piece of SHT is quirkless. 1 boy said with confidence. Oh. That's it. Okay. You're lucky I'm a hero. Or else. I would have crushed your skulls to the floor. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said with a death glare. A hero? You. You seem to be in the same age as us. 1 other boy said. Why not test it? 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said and he took his fighting stance. The first boy talked. If that's what you want, so be it. He said in a mocking tone and he tried to punch 𝗧𝗪𝐽. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 dodged and he punched him to the gut. What the? The other 2 boys and the quirkless one were surprised. Then the 2 other boys tried to attack him but they were punched hard too. One last message before you leave running. I'm quirkless, too. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said. The boys run away. Then 𝗧𝗪𝐽 approached the injured quirkless boy. Are you okay? 𝗧𝗪𝐽 asked. I think so. So, you're quirkless like me. How can you be a hero? Isn't life too hard for you? The boy asked. It is. Our kind. The quirkless kind have the hardest life in the earth. But no matter how hard life is you must fight. How old are you? 𝗧𝗪𝐽 asked. 14 to 15. I'm going to high school the next year. The boy said. 3. What do you want to do in your life? 𝗧𝗪𝐽 asked. I want to be a hero. But I can't. I'm too weak. The boy said. You're not. That's what they want to make you believe. If you train your body you can become a hero. As a gift I will tell you a secret. He took out his hoodie to reveal his face. Hey, you're 𝗧𝗪𝐽 Midoriya from the UA Sports Festival. I was cheering at you. The boy said. In my hero work they call me Deku. If they ask you, tell them that I was Deku. I wouldn't like to have my real name revealed. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said. Of course, the boy said. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 was on his way to leave. And something last. If you plan to become a hero, come find me at UA. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 said. Yes, the boy answered. 𝗧𝗪𝐽 and 𝗧𝗪𝐿 continued their patrolling. You weren't bad. You gave hope to a kid with dreams. And you kicked some buttes without using more power than you have. A 9 to 10 from me. 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗃 praised 𝐒𝐿𝐴. Thanks. Let's go inside the alleys. We may find something. 𝐒𝐿𝐴 said. They entered the alleys and saw a little white-haired girl with a horn running to them. 𝐒𝐿𝐴 kneeled. What's the matter? 𝐒𝐿𝐴 asked the girl. She didn't answer. 𝐒𝐿𝐴 understood that something was wrong. She was full in fear and she had bandages in her hands. Hey, come here. Don't cause the heroes trouble. A dark figure said as he was coming from the shadows. SHT. Of all people it had to be him. 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗃 said as he recognized the figure. Long time, no see, 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗃, the man said. Who's this man? 𝐒𝐿𝐴 asked. He is the leader of the 8 precepts of death, overhaul.